Watch this.
Watch it. Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth in high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter still on the scene, giving advice, he knew what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
These guys are go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making picks so easy. Try to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about their club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Oteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Salute. Happy Father's Day, fellas. It's another Sunday night. And guess what? We got to talk about it. How you doing, fellas? What's going on, Pat?
Man, it's all good. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the whole entire Metroplex, and the Dub is going down.
Yes, sir. B. Rise, how you do?
What's up, man? Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, man. You know, it's a good day, just chilling, man. On this Father's Day, happy Father's Day, man. It don't matter. You know, back on child, child support, it don't matter. Miss visitation, don't matter. We give y'all shout out too. It don't matter.
Coach Khan, what it do, man? With the Kango?
What's happening, fellas?
I know,
Man, it was a great weekend, man. You know what I mean? Got a chance to go out to Cedar Hill, watch Atlantic Star perform. Saw a cool drone show, you know what I mean? Atlantic Star had some hits, man, back in the day. Like, for real, Cedar Hill did a really good job out there, man. It was really nice. Peaceful, quiet, nice concert. Man, but happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing. If you're not doing what you don't want to do it. Simple, right? But let's continue to be the inspiration to these young men that they need, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. And a special happy Father's Day to all the coaches out there, head coaches, assistant coaches, all the coaches out there that's been great leaders of men, role models, trying to help the youngsters. Happy Father's Day to y'all, man. This is just as much a celebration for you guys also. I had a great weekend. I went and saw Bad Boys. Man, look at the shirt my daughter got me, dog. She always give me these funny shirts. Look at it.
Already. I like that.
Already, nice.
She always give me these shirts, man. I swear. But that's my baby.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Did you say you went and saw Bad Boys?
I went and saw Bad Boys, man.
Okay, so do me a solid. Everybody on here, rank your Bad Boys from 1 through 4. Go ahead, J Mac. What's your 1 through 4 Bad Boys?
I would say 1, 4, 2. No, 4, 3, then 2.
4, 3, then 2?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Pat?
I'm going to go with 1. I literally just watched 4 today. My wife took me to go watch it today. I was impressed. I wasn't expecting much, but they exceeded it. 4, 3, and 2.
Okay. What about you, B. Rise?
See, all right, I haven't seen part 4 yet, but I will say this about the Bad Boys. They have got better. Each sequence has got better. I will say that for sure.
Yeah, I think it's dope. I had mine as 1, 2, 4, and 3.
But to me, I think 3. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna go with 3. I think 3 was the best one. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go 3, 1, 2.
but I think what hurt me on 3 was I like the captain. You know what I mean? And he died on 3.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like his little quicks, and then Juarez and you know what I mean? Reyes, them like come on, man, they're not on the show no more. You know what I mean?
See, now I
Hey
got to see
man,
4. We got.
Yeah, Foe tied all them loose ends together. It was a
yeah,
lot of
Yeah,
yeah. Four
yeah.
did tie
Okay, yeah,
everything
you got to
together.
see. Yeah,
That's
it
why I
see.
did.
went second. Yeah. Hey man, we're gonna ask our guest, man, what he like about movies. Cause we got a
Yeah,
lot to talk about with him, man. This
yeah.
this
Give us
cat right here is you know, he DFW a little bit of DFW royalty, you know what I'm saying? He been around for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Been all around the Metroplex. And we gotta bring him on. And I do want to say this, fellas. I want everybody to tune in all the way to the end because we got a very, very, very big announcement to make. This is gonna be historical announcement for the Dub. I'm telling you, stick around. We got a big announcement, man. Big announcement. You know, I like to think of it as a game changer for real. We got a game changer coming on later on, and we want you guys to hear the announcement on it. Let's bring in the homie, Coach Kendrick Brown. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, fellas? Glad to be here. And as always, it was said earlier, but it's Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, the job that we do as coaches, man, we're raising young men, young ladies, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we're fathers and we're mothers. And so to have a blessed day like today, to where we could get a little recognition, man, it's great. And it's just a little small recognition for the big job that we do day in and day out. So happy Father's Day to you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I received that, Coach. I
Yeah.
received it. Speaking of Father's Day, man, you know, you're a father, so being before we get too deep, I don't want to know. Tell me about being a father on top of coaching and even doing administrative. You know, you got to know that it take a lot of your time, right? Like I saw who was that? Nick Saban, I think Coach Carl said that coaches spend more time with other folks' kids than they do their own.
Yeah.
And so just kind of just through your experiences, man. Well, how was you able to navigate through that?
I'll just start with just the present. Man, I just got back from the Atlanta, Georgia area, Macon, Georgia. My oldest daughter just took a job working with one of the news stations in Macon, Georgia. She was a graduate from Texas Tech. And so we moved her up, and I just got back this week, which was Thursday of this week. And so that's a chapter where I've had a chance to see her grow and develop. That growing development. Fortunate for me, being a head football coach, she was there at the campus, so you did get a chance to have some good interactions with her each and every day. My youngest is kind of surreal for me. My youngest just graduated high school 2 weeks ago, so I it's kind of like full circle with me. I had my oldest graduate from college, Corman. My youngest, Kimberly, graduated from Little Elm High School, and she's headed off in the fall. She's going to be attending the University of Texas at Austin. So for me, man, it's just like I got to give a lot of credit to my wife because I'm telling you, with the job that we do, raising daughters, being a father, being a coach, dual role of being an athletic coordinator, now athletic director, man, it's tough. And so I think the thing that you have to be able to do, man, you got to have a strong bond with your family. One of the things that I think you look at a lot of coaches, man, struggle. They struggle because they get into these marriages and the spouse may not be aware of the day-to-day grind that goes on every day. And some marriages, they do fail. But you do, I think it's important for all of our coaches, young coaches, whether young or old, man, you got to find that balance of family. because without that, if your home ain't great, then when you try and get on that field and bring it every day, you're going to struggle there. So you look at what's that recipe for success. A lot of that success starts at the house. And so I think, man, that's where it starts. And for me, that's been my foundation. That's been my rock. And I think a lot of things that I've done and accomplished, man, it happened right here with strong support here at the house from my wife and from my 2 daughters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's man, you speaking truth, man. Cause I really can't. It's hard to see someone doing that without having that rock next to him to help him. Without having your assistant coach for life. That's
you gotta have it, man.
Right.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it. And I'll say this too. You look at you bring coaches on all the time. Guys, do you understand that? And I think you do, but to be a successful coach, that spouse, man, she is that head coach for those coaches' wives. So you look at games on Friday nights, 90% of the staffs after games, man, they're having coaching fellowships after games. Breakfast is being delivered on Saturday mornings for the coaches. Sometimes that spouse, they're getting meals together for coaches to come on Sundays. And when you start looking at those championship staffs, I mean, you got to have a championship spouse, because all of that leads to coaches that want to work for you, stay with you for the duration of your deal. And so I think it's important. And I think a lot of people miss that, but that's an important piece to have, is that rock at the house. It's very important.
Absolutely. Coach, before I let D. Ryan start us off with the questions, man, just kind of give us a brief summary of how you got to the point where you at now. You know, where you from, where you started, all the way up, you know, to how you got to being the big dog in WEBO Nation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So graduated from John Tyler High School from Tyler, Texas. Played ball up in North Texas. After North Texas, this is the connection. My first job was at Lancaster High School from 97 till about 2000. I was there at Lancaster High School as a receivers coach, coaching track. So really, everything that I learned, I'm going to be honest with you, I learned a lot right there with Greg Williams as head track, Beverly Humphrey. At that time, she was, a lot of people don't remember, she was head track and head volleyball. So looking and learning from those two individuals, that you see a lot of the championships. And at that time, I'll be honest with you, Greg hadn't won any championships at that point, and Coach Humphrey hadn't started her run of championships either. So you had a chance to see some young coaches that were going to be icons. You saw them in their young stages or middle of their careers, striving to be a state championship. You had a chance to see some things that they went through, that there were some obstacles they went through, and those are championship coaches. So quickly after that, I went to Dallas Hillcrest, head track coach, coach at Hillcrest football there. Then I think my career really took off there at Hebron High School, championship program at Hebron High School. And from there, I became a coordinator in Arlington, the Arlington Seguin defensive coordinator there for about 3 years. And from there, again, my journey continued being the defensive coordinator at DeSoto High School. So after being the defensive coordinator at DeSoto High School, I got my chance to get my first job as a head coach at Little Elm High School, and I was there for 8 years. From there, I think for me, it's what's the next. So you look at what's the next. I always had that dual role of assistant AD head football coach. I really saw a few years ago when I started becoming involved with the Athletic Director Association, I saw where the room was kind of void of people like myself. And so there was a real, you want to say, man, we need to start making some groundwork in this particular area. So long story short, had a couple of interviews, Hatchie, Duncanville, and then Lancaster. I got hired there after the school year started. So had a chance to go back to a place where my career actually started. So that where I am now, and seeing all the championships and the success, that makes everything that you're seeing right now with me being the AD at Lancaster School District.
Man, that's a great journey, man. Go ahead, B. Ross.
Yes, sir. Coach, I noticed. I know Texas they cut some of the grants with some of the education. I know with some of the teachers and counselors and all that. I'm just asking, has that affected the athletic department in any way?
I think when you look at the cuts, I don't know that on that coaching side you're seeing a lot of cuts. I think what you're seeing right now is with the market of the governor, and he's holding back he's waiting on everybody to pass these vouchers so people can go to school or private school, those things. And so that's freezing up a lot of money right now. So really what you're seeing in education, it's not so much a lot of cuts on the athletic side, but we're not able to make a lot of additions for growth on the athletic side. And so we're all just kind of, if we have a position, we could fill a position. But far as opportunity for growth right now, I think you're seeing a lot of districts holding pat when it comes to that.
That's
That's all I have.
Somebody, Coach Ralph said he appreciate all you did to help him do in Little. Coach Rafe, yeah.
Yeah. Know exactly what you're talking about. Appreciate that, Coach.
B. Rise, you got something else?
Oh no, it's it. No, it's it.
Go ahead, Pat, or you want to let Coach Carr go?
I'll jump in real quick. Hey, Coach, appreciate you. I've been working on a series called Texas Made, and man, you were very accommodating to me to come through the office and kind of chop it up with you. You like you say, you had to run at Little Ham for about 8 years, and now you step into the big shoes as an AD in the the best district for talent in the nation, the I-20 corridor. Is there a little bit of you that just misses the coaching part of it, though? You want to get out there with that whistle and hear the pass pop a little bit?
I think you come in Lancaster game, you'll see me down on the court, whether it's football, basketball, at a track meet. Man, I'm gonna be down there to get that adrenaline flow, kind of get that coach's itch before a game start, and then you'll see me revert back to my AD role. But in saying all that, I think I mentioned that to you on Friday. Being an athletic director, it's still coaching. You're just coaching coaches. You still have an opportunity to make an impact on kids. The day-to-day of the coaching, not so much. But really, it's really getting that vision for what you want your department to look like, and really get people in place that could carry out that vision. And that's no different than a head coach. Really, the head coach of like a football coach, he's not in the day-to-day grind of everyday coaching. He has position coaches, coordinators, and so he kind of delegates things. And really, it's the same way being an AD. So I try to take that same football philosophy into it, being an athletic administrator.
No doubt. And then I remember you said when you first started, your connection when you first started coaching was actually in track and field, correct? You came in with Greg. Yeah. So, I know people think of you as a football coach, but you've been multifaceted with your coaching career.
Right. That's why I mentioned from the beginning, and I like to make sure that I give that respect to both Greg Williams and really Beverly Humphrey. I mean, you look at two of the best coaches that have ever been a coach, regardless of the sport. Yeah. And so you look at winners, man. You look at our young coaches. What advice can you give them? Man, you get around, if you got a program that's a winner at your school, it doesn't matter if it's tennis, golf, baseball, soccer. Man, you need to glean to that head coach, because winners, man, they know how to do it. And so I think that's important. You mentioned that track was big, and that allowed me to flourish in football as well.
No doubt. Coach Carr?
You muted, Coach.
You look like you had a good question.
Yeah.
I know, right? I was just talking. What's up, Coach Brown, man? Glad to have you on. My question is this: what was your thought when you found out what district you was going into? One, as a coach, and second, as an administrator.
Do you really want the true answer to that?
I'm always seeking the truth, Coach. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, Coach Carl,
Yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Carl, can we add a little bit
keep
on back
it
of that?
100. You.
Hold on, Coach
Go
Brown.
ahead.
What'd you say, J Mac?
No, I'm just saying. I just
Go
want to
ahead.
add a little bit on the back of that question because you said what his thought was with the realignment. I also want to know what his thought was when he saw the football schedule when he first joined.
Well, that's
next year.
that's where I was going with anyway. Once we found out the
okay.
district, we already in football mode, right? Like that's the first thing we talking about. So Coach, my question, right? Like, what was your thought when you first found out what district you was going to? One, as a former football coach, right? Just from the football side of it, right? And then one as an administrator.
Well, from the coaching side of it, you have to say as a coach, man, Lancaster, the kids in Lancaster, DeSoto, I coached in DeSoto, Lancaster, DeSoto, man, those kids know each other. They compete against one another. I think we really, for as Lancaster, we've been competing against all those schools, but not really on a district level. And really, all these kids, you from an athletic standpoint, you got to know what you're getting into. And I tell my coaches this: you look at the sport football, you're looking at a sport where Duncanville and DeSoto are your state champions. And I think everybody right now, the goal is to get into the playoffs and to compete for a state champion. But for us, you've got those two state champions in our district. So the thing that you've got to try to do is the good thing is you've got programs that you can model, that you can try to chase, that you can try to spend all your time trying to close that gap, because that gap is huge right now. I think those two programs are two of the top programs in the country. So I tell my coaches, third, fourth, right now, I think all the teams, what everybody's district's goal is going to be is to try to get into the top four so you can play. Because last year's playoff, you look at Cedar Hill. Cedar Hill finished fourth in the district, and Cedar Hill, there was a big gap between DeSoto and Duncanville. But you look in the fourth round, there's Cedar Hill and DeSoto is playing again. So I think the thing that you got to try to do in this deal is teams. You're going to have to go win the games that you're supposed to win, and the games that maybe you can pull off an upset. You're going to go try to do that. But more importantly, you can't lose against people like yourselves. And I think that's going to be key for us, not only in football. I think in basketball, we're coming into this thing with we were the 5A state champions in basketball. So again, in this district, I've made this statement once before. I truly believe the state champion in football, 6A, small and big, is coming out of our district. I believe basketball now, they changed divisions now, so it's going to be two divisions. I really think the big school division in basketball, the small school division in basketball, boys and girls, is coming out of our district. I also believe on the girls and boys, when it comes to girls and boys track and field, I think state champion is coming out of that district as well. So here's what I'm saying. You got to understand that, and your goal is to try to get a little bit better each week. But if you can get into that top four, you got to be really successful. So that's going to be our goal as when it comes to the athletic side. Now, when I look at an administrator, the thing that I said from day one, I made a huge mistake. I should have went straight to that office, looked at our numbers, and found ways to get rid of about 300 kids.
Right, that's real, Coach. Yeah.
I should have. So I'm really kicking myself for that. We get in this 6A. I'm like, whoa, that caught me off guard a little bit.
Because, Coach, listen, Alito not bigger than you.
It is, but it is what it is. And so
Alito bigger than you. They got more kids.
They got more kids. So
yeah.
But it is what it is. I think we pride ourselves on being a real good athletic program. I think we're excited about this opportunity. So the only way champions are going to do that. They got to hit that thing head first and head all full steam ahead, and that's what we're going to do starting this year.
I got a quick question. And everybody,
hey Pat, can I finish?
No, I just got
no. Pat, can I finish? Pat, thank you. Okay. My next question, Pat, we can come back to yours.
Okay.
But my next question is, what is your stance on the transfer policy? Right, like how do you view that? Like, what's your stance on it, regardless of what the rules are? Right. Let's just say in Coach Brown's perfect world, what the transfer rules would look like, and not losing eligibility for a year.
I think, I think that's a good question. As an administrator, the thing that you have to do, and we talk to our coaches about this, is we've got to make sure that number one, in this day and age, and I think really with the success of this district is going to have, I think it's going to be a lot of eyes on this district, and I really think it's going to be important that all the athletic directors, and not really just in our district, but it's across the state, it's important that you really have a clear understanding of what the rules are as it pertains to the transfer policy. The transfer policies they're pretty straightforward. You got to be able to establish the residents. There has to be some residents established within the local district, and that's what you've got to follow. There's things that you've got to do if a student transfers to you. There's so many things, and that's another segment. You look at what it looks like if the parents are separated. That's a big deal, where people just want to pick up and move and come to a location, but the parents are still together. You've got those situations that occur, but I think really what I'm going to do universal with our statement is we've got to just make sure that we adhere to all the policy rules that are affected when it comes to student transfers. And not only does Lancaster has to do that, I think it's important that all the teams in our district do that, because we're all going to be the same. And a lot of times you see kids leaving, it's going to be kids sometimes. Lancaster kids going to Duncanville, so SOC kids come. So this area is inundated with the same type of kids and same type of transfer issues that occur. And so we just got to make sure that we educate our parents. I think that's the biggest you got to do, is you got to educate parents. When a kid comes, or it doesn't matter if they're a male or a female athlete, you sit down with the parents and you got to be honest with them about the current situation of where things are when it comes to transferring. So they are aware if they want to continue to proceed with whatever it is, if they understand that this could hinder you for a year, or this could hinder you for a year. And so I think transparency with parents is vital with that. And so I think that's really, and to say what I got to say is a lot, but really just make sure that we adhere to the policy.
And that's like, for me, Coach, I just think that at the end of the day, that if I want an opportunity to take my child somewhere to better their life, I shouldn't be hindered by a piece of paper. I shouldn't be hindered by a rule. It's no difference than that parent taking another job and moving somewhere else. They don't live in that district, or they don't live wherever, but they need to take that job to better their family. So why do I have to suffer as a kid, as a parent, to me, as an administrator, as a coach, as anybody that don't want to sign off on that? To me, that's the biggest problem. And just how you said it, it's a lot of stuff, but it shouldn't be a lot of stuff. It should be straight simple. It's no different than me as a coach. If I want to, because I took 4 jobs that I've been on a job for a year because I kept getting promotions 4 years in a row. What I'm gonna do? Say no? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna take every opportunity to better myself. And that's what we should want for our kids. That's what we should want for our parents. That's what we should want for our coaches. And to me, I feel like with all these different rules, you're taking away people's opportunity to better themselves. And I think ultimately you're going to catch the wrong kid, and you're going to catch yourself in a lawsuit. So it's going to get bigger than what it is. And with the way that athletics is driven, and not only athletics, academics. You know what I'm saying? It could be, I could go to a band. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 of the top bands are in the state of Texas, right here in the DFW. If I want to go get a scholarship to do that, like there are so many other ways for kids to better themselves that they shouldn't be hindered because an adult is in their feelings about somebody not living in my address, or I can't coach that kid, or I can't work with that kid. Well, if that kid felt for you like that, he wouldn't be leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, which leads me to my last question, Coach, is you are constantly in a situation where you was talking earlier about branding your school. There are a lot of things that have to be done to help a school grow. And I think a lot of it too is to keep the kids in your school is you got to be able to what's the word I'm looking for? You have to be able to learn how to recruit your own kids daily. You see what I'm saying? Like I got to figure out how I'm gonna fix my retention problem.
Right. I think one of the biggest concerns I have right now is that athletic director, and one of the things that we're going to really make a high priority at Lancaster. And I am going to bring up the recruiting word, but the recruiting is going to be we've got to do a really good job of recruiting Lancaster. We've got to do a great job recruiting Lancaster because you'll hear stories and they're factual stories where there'll be kids that have left Lancaster and they're playing and contributing in some big time programs and other places. And you see it all throughout our program on the girls' side, on the boys' side. We really and I tell our coaches and you guys saw we had a few new head coaches just this past week, but one of the things I shared with all those coaches are, Coach, we could be very successful if we could just keep our own kids. We got to keep our own kids. That's putting a fence around Lancaster. Okay, put a fence around Lancaster. So how do we do that? We've got to start improving our facilities. We've got to surround ourselves with some of the best coaches that we can find that fit our district. And then we've got to put a product out there to where parents and kids feel like not only are you going to be able to win a championship coming through our district, but you're also going to get everything you need academically. The biggest thing too is the biggest reason people transfer is not for winning. People transfer because they're looking for that opportunity that they think is going to help their kid make it to the next level. So I think your program, regardless, that's why it's important. All your programs have the right substance that it needs. You need a recruiting coordinator. There needs to be a recruiting plan. You need to be sitting down, talking to each parent and that kid they enter ninth grade and putting together a plan to help them be successful. That's really what parents are looking for. And I think once you do that, the word gets out that's what Lancaster does a phenomenal job of building the holistic student athlete. That's really what you want to do. So you ain't got to go out and recruit and do things like that. Build your brand, build it the right way. And then people see not only are you winning, but a lot of your kids in a lot of different sports are being able to get opportunities to go compete and play at the next level. So back to where we started, Carl, we got to get back to taking care of our own. And that starts even in elementary. I think we've got to be very connected with our elementaries, and then our elementaries connected to our middle schools. I call it at Lancaster long-term athlete development. And so that's one of the things that we're going to do. We're going to start tracking all of our kids from early as fifth grade all the way till they get to high school. And we're going to give them we're going to keep up with data, things about them, how they perform in certain events, certain activities. And so we're going to keep a path or a log of all of our kids. And we hope to just keep our kids. And I'm being very passionate about that because I think that's where it is with us. It's just making sure that we take care of our own. If we do that, we'll be successful.
Hey, next time, man, why don't you just go shred them papers, them attendance papers next time.
You could. Yeah.
Hey, no, hold on. Well, ask question, Coach.
Yeah.
Looking at this program, from a football perspective, going into this district, They're going to a district that is extremely competitive, right? And we talked about it earlier. The strength and the weakness. I just want you to just talk to me from what you saw coming into the spring, based on what you're seeing going into the season, right? You got your first 3 games are you're coming out the box, coach. Nonstop this year for 12 weeks.
North
right?
Crowley, WEBO, and Hebron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
I think, I love Lancaster for one reason. I saw a certain resilience in that football team last year that, to me, building on that is going to take them places they've always dreamed of. You know what I mean? And I think Coach Paul did a great job of turning that program around in the midst of adversity and taking it to where it went. And I think that's dope as all outdoors, right? Now you're going into this season and you kind of like, you build it. Now it's like, okay, well, we did something that didn't nobody think we could do, right? We took it to the 4th round. Oh, dang, now we in their district?
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it's like, I got to go there. And my question is when you look at that program and how it's excelled with the heights that Coach Paul has taken it to, what are your expectations? Like, I want you to be real with me. Like, what are your expectations going into this season? I know we talked about trying to make the top 4. Do you think that's realistic, or do you think that that's very feasible that we can be in the top 4? And if you did tell me your top 4, who is your top 4? Who not gonna make the playoffs?
Man, you're asking questions. I think at the end of the day, those are gonna be hard for anybody to answer because it's a tough. So, but here's what I'll say. You asked me about the state of the WEBO football team that's led under the direction of Coach Paul, and you saw a little bit of that last year, to where the resilience, to where, man, once we hit our stride, we were playing some really, really good football. I'll take it back to even a game. I think it was our 3rd game of the season. We played Denton Geyer High School, which is a pretty strong 6A program. That game came down to the last possession of the game. So what do I think about our program? I do think it's very tough. I think it's tough. I think what's going to happen in this district, you say, who are your 4 teams? Here's what I can tell you about the 4 teams. The 4 teams that make it out of this district are going to be the 4 teams that stay healthy. That's going to be the big deal, because you got to stay healthy. The one thing that all of us, minus maybe Duncanville and DeSoto, because they're proven, and even they will probably tell you they got to have some luck with health too. But I think it's going to be the health. We're going into a non-district schedule that's second to none as far as toughness. You got to open up with North Crowley. That's going to be played there at the Star. They were in the semifinal game. Then we're going to be traveling to Aledo to play. I think they won 14 state championships in that program. And then you're going to play Hebron, a team that really they're very stable and they're very consistent, and they're a really good program. So we'll know a lot about our program after those first 3 games. The thing that for me as an athletic director, to stay healthy. I think you look at what we got coming back. We've got a good nucleus of players. I think we have right now about 7 or 8 players that have D1 offers, So, and we've got some player position. But the thing is, again, I think we've got to stay healthy. I think this coaching staff showed last year. You look at that district: Longview, Lufkin, JT, Forney. A lot of those teams were playing in the regional championship. So I think we've shown that the program is all about playing the best. So the 4 teams that come out, I'm just going to keep it real. I think you look at Duncanville, DeSoto, I've got to start there because they're the state champions. But I think that next tier of teams that get into that mix where we feel like we'll be there is it's going to be teams that stay healthy, whoever's the healthiest out of that. So with that, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I coached at DeSoto. I know what that program is all about. You know what Duncanville is bringing to the table, Cedar Hill and Hatchie. So it's going to be fun. Yeah,
it is. And that's one thing we did say was the the thing that worried us about Lancaster was if they could stay healthy that first 3 games. If they can go in the district healthy, and perform well in them first 3 games, I think they got the best opportunity to upset one of the two.
But we got to stay healthy. We got to
stay healthy. Absolutely, that is the key.
Continue to put our kids in the best position, which Coach Paul and his staff, that's one of the things I think they do a really good job of, is putting players in the best position to be successful. So I think that with that and with the talent and staying healthy, man, we've got a good shot to be successful. So we're excited, and we're excited. We feel like we will compete and be in one of those 4 spots. That's our goal, and so we'll be there at the end of the day.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
You remember what you had to say, Pat?
He forgot.
Damn. I was trying to piggyback off of the realignment. And this goes to everybody. Is realignment all about the football teams? Because me and Coach Carr went to a realignment meeting. I ain't recall seeing any basketball or track coaches or baseball coaches in there. Is realignment all about football teams?
It's about everybody, but the meat and potatoes of it is the football, and that's everybody meets out at Birdville, and everybody meets. But here's something I'll tell you. That was a big thing about 5 or 6 years ago, but now after that first year, teams are already talking with each other, and a lot of the schedules are already made prior to that realignment and to that date out at Birdville. So a lot of coaches are getting ahead of that thing, because coaches realize, man, part of longevity as a coach is making sure you schedule the right people too. You know what I'm saying? So I think coaches are doing a much better job of getting ahead of that and scheduling teams that fit ways to make their teams better.
No doubt. I just wondered about that, because I'm like, every time you hear about realignment, I feel like it's just all about football, and then everything else falls in place.
But that's true, because when we start out as athletic directors, the first thing we do is we draw for who we play week 1, week 2. I'm talking about in district. And so once we do that, the other sports, they follow suit with that same schedule. So you see what Mitch was. That's what boy Mitch. But you see that's how Mitch threw me off there. DeSoto, we go into the woodshed on that. All right, Mitch, we done had this talk. And we coming to the party, bitch. I'm just saying, we are. So I get that.
That's wild. Hey, Coach, just talk, but like I said, you are the AD. I do want to kind of curve off of football, because you just made like 6 hires. Like you like that Oprah Winfrey you get a job, you got a job, you got a job. I got the track coach, soccer coach, softball coach, girls basketball coach. Like you just went. Now, did you save all that to kind of announce at one time, or was it just, or was that like real life time the way you did, the way that came out?
If I really told you that secret, it takes away all the fun you deal with it. But no, some of our hires we had already agreed. About 2 weeks ago, I think we started about 2 weeks ago solidifying those coaches, and then from there up until Friday, we were making the final hire on Thursday. So it lasted up until Thursday, because we wanted to do a big press release and do it big on Thursday, and that's what we did.
So let's start then, Coach, real quick. Your track coach. You always say, people adding chips into the cookie, but hey man, you wouldn't add a little mocha chip into the fudge cookie. So we got a great hire, and who I think is great. I think this is actually gonna be phenomenal. Jeremy Warner. What was it about him? Because a lot of people think, well, maybe they just hired a name. But the guy actually been out here coaching, man. But I'm gonna let you tell us why you hired.
Yeah, I think everybody knows the name Jeremy Warner is man. I don't know that there's a bigger track name out there, but the thing being in my seat, the thing you got to look at too is okay, it's a big name, but what does this do to our community? What type of value? Because you see it all the time where really good players or they really don't make really good head coaches, and so the thing that Jeremy has been able to do. He volunteered for some time at Baylor, played a big role there, working with the university there. He's had 2 previous stops at head coaches. The thing that I was really impressed about, and so was the committee, was the job that he had done working in his past 2 stops. And so I think you look at his track record. He's a 5-time Olympic champion. He's a world champion, but Jeremy really has done a really good job of making sure that those things translate to his coaching. And so for us, when he came in the room for a while, everybody's coming in, want to see Jeremy, take a peek at Jeremy. So it was a little people were kind of starstruck there a little bit. But when he interviewed, man, he did a heck of a job interviewing. He was on point with everything. He was on point with everything. And I really say the connectivity there were the things that we felt we were missing in our program. Jeremy came in and identified those areas right off the top. And so when he left the room, the committee and myself, man, we were kind of taken back by how strong he was. So it's a great hire for us. We feel like another thing. We feel like we've won 7 state championships in track and field, and Jeremy, with his professional career and with his pedigree coming to that, we think that's going to be a tremendous hire for us, and we're excited to bring the 5-time Olympic champion to WEBO Nation. We are.
Hey,
fired up about that. Fired up.
Hey man, I'll be honest. I just think by osmosis that just made your football team faster for the next few years.
Right.
Like, I just definitely think.
No. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah. That part of that was other thought process. You know, you look at Duncanville, man. One of the things that stands out about Duncanville. Look at that state champion or national record-setting 4x2 relay. Man, them football guys, and so. Man, the name of the game is speed, and I think you hire a guy that has pedigree like that. He's gonna help us in track and field, man. But he's gonna help us in everything. I'm gonna have Jeremy trying to get our tennis people fast or our girls basketball fast. Man, he's gonna help us. He ain't gonna be just utilized as a head track coach, man. He's gonna try to bring more speed development to our district and to our athletic.
Okay, you brought that up. Let's move on to the next one, Coach.
Yeah,
that was definitely a great hire. Your girls basketball coach. I remember when my daughter played her freshman year at Red Oak, and they played Lancaster, and man, they I ain't gonna lie, they just killed it. And I was like, man, like Lancaster had their girls track is always good. What has happened to the basketball program over there? Cause it just didn't look good. And so I gotta ask you now, man. I mean, obviously I see what you're doing to fix it. You just hired another, great name in DFW, a championship coach. So just hey, talk to us about it.
Again, it's and I'll talk about my hiring process that I use. It's about. I think in this day and age, you really have to go out and get people. You can't wait for people to come to you. So you look at Coach Warner, you look at Coach Howard. Coach Howard, her just resume and body of work. I think it's, and I don't want to misquote it, but it's like 180 something to 29, which is just unbelievable. And so you look at that, and you look at we all aware of there was that little rough spot that happened at tour there at Duncanville. But everything with coaches, man, I think with coaches, man, we all at some point make mistakes. We all have done something that we've regretted. And in our talks with Coach Howard, I'll say this about her: when she interviewed, man, she wowed the room again. Again, she was just the way she answered her questions, the way she talked about building a program, the way she talked about just the whole development of a basketball player. When she left the room, it's like, man, she is, man, this lady is the real deal. You know what I mean? And so I think the thing you've got to do with that is with knowing that what was out there. Again, I'm going to keep talking about that. We did our background on her, and as a district, we just felt like, man, that happened, and we felt like the things that we are doing here in the district, that those things we can get past that in our district, and we can have things in place that would help protect all of our coaches when it comes to certain things. So when you put all that aside, when you look at Coach Howard and who she is and what she represents, I don't think there's a better basketball coach in the country on the girls' side better than Coach Howard. And so our basketball team, man, we're gonna see. I think we got better. Just we're in the mix of things right now with things, and I think we have the talent in the building right now, and we're excited that she's going to be the leader of that program.
Man, I mean, those two kind of headlined it.
Yep.
Oh, you got something, B-Rise?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Like I said, you made 4 other great ones. Shout out to all these coaches. I know one of them came from Seguinville. What was that? The softball?
Yeah, Coach Walton. She was, and the only reason she was at Seguinville as assistant, she was a coach that had been in Mississippi for the last 12 years, and man, she was a 3-sport athlete in college. She was a head softball coach, head volleyball coach in Mississippi. She has a son that's a pretty good athlete. And so she was coming to Texas just to get a better life. I mean, just to coach in the great state of Texas. And so she landed at Seguinville as an assistant, but people like that, man, they don't last long. And so once they get to know people in Texas and build those connections, she's a great hire for us again. So we're excited about her. And then our baseball coach, Malcolm Walker, he was the head baseball coach at Mountain View Junior College. And so we were able to get him. That was a great hire for us. So we're excited about all of our hires. And man, it's just, we feel like we got to give ourselves that opportunity because we are in a very tough district. So we feel like we're muscling up with some really good coaches that's going to give us a chance to be successful.
So you saying, because I know I told you this pre-show, you kind of had a nice little spiel for me. So I got to give you the opportunity to say it again, man, on air. Are you saying that it's going to be a new city of champions? You know, because you're in the district with the original. So are you the new, or you try to say something different?
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying the city of Lancaster, we're proud of the championships that we've won as a school district. I mentioned earlier, I think we are at 25 right now. So you got 25 state championships. That's just the 2000s. And so we know a lot of those are in track, and that's basketball. And so you look at some of the hires that we made, we are going to try to expound on that. Football is knocking on the door, on the cusp of that. And so we feel like the city of Lancaster, that we are a city of champions, and we pride ourselves on that. And that's what we said. We're going to have a new slogan that's going to come out here pretty soon. That's going to kind of talk about that, and it's going to really showcase those 25 state championships. So we're going to have a slogan that's going to come out. We don't want to take Duncanville. We ain't trying to take their thunder away from them, but Lancaster, we ain't behind. We're proud of what we got too. So I'll say that.
Why not? Why not, Coach? Now I will say this, Coach, and whether it's fair or not, you got to have one in that pigskin. We need to have one in that pigskin. I think when you talk about City of Champions, that's kind of what, a lot of folks are going to look at. Am I right, fellas?
Right.
If
Yeah, you're right.
you somebody city a champion, what the first place you probably go look?
Football.
Gridiron. Everybody I talk to, like my brother, he's associate principal. They quickly remind me, man, you got to get this thing in football. And I'm a football coach. So the state of Texas, man, you really arrive. You look at DeSoto 2 years, well, even when Todd Peterman was there, they were knocking on the door for so many years. And once they got that first football state championship, it really validated them as a really legitimate athletic program. So it's going to be the same with us. That gridiron, fellas, and that's where it's at. So the thing for us, we've got 2 years in the toughest district in the state of Texas. So, but the goal, we're gonna have to push forward to try to get closer to that year in and year out. So that's gonna be exciting to do that. So we'll be okay.
Yeah, but here's the other thing to that though, too, J Mac though, and Coach Brown, like the fact that y'all have like consistent truest measure of performance. I couldn't think of a time where Lancaster wasn't winning a state championship in something. Right. You know what I mean? Consistently over the years. But my question is, when y'all gonna name the basketball gym after Coach Doug? Can we get a Coach Doug statue or something?
No.
And when he was at Sprague and he went full court, what was your thought? What was your thought when you saw that?
I don't think Coach wasn't there, man.
No, I don't think I was there for that. Here's what I'll say about Coach Doug. Coach Doug, man, I think he's probably one of the best coaches in this state of Texas. Our claim to fame, Coach Doug and I, we came in together in '96. So he was the assistant.
At Lincoln.
Yeah, well, he came to Lancaster. No, Lancaster. He right out of college. I was coming from North Texas. He was coming from Howard Payne. And so we kind of started together our career. Then he left and went to Lincoln, and his career started there. But, man, I think that's some of the things we're looking at. One of the things that we're looking at, too, is we really want to start this summer a committee together. We want to do a Hall of Fame for ex-Lancaster kids. We got a lot of big-time athletes that have come through there. And so we're looking to showcase that. And you talk about our coaches. You talked about Coach Doug. We've even talked about some things with Coach Greg Williams, who has 7 state championships. So for long, man, you ain't gonna be whether it's gyms, whether it's tracks, whether it's whatever. I don't know really what that's going to be, but talks are being had to honor these championship coaches that have won multiple state championships.
Okay. Now, Jay, we don't have this discussion. I don't even want to have it. But I think we're a ways away from naming a field, the football field. This is my opinion. I don't think, the track. The stadium is named after Beverly, right?
It is. Well, the stadium is named after Coach Beverly Humphrey Stadium. So she has a stadium after her.
Okay. Well, James, I got James. He's a Lancaster alum, and he's always, he want Doug on the gym, and he want Gilbert on the football field.
Yeah. Gilbert. Coach Gilbert is the all-time winningest coach at Lancaster, a very good friend of mine. So it's a lot of tradition, fellas, within the district, and there's a rich tradition of coaches. We've just hired some really good coaches that's going to add to that legacy. And so you look at the job of an AD, is that's part of that administrative part, is trying to figure out that piece, to figure out ways that we can honor and keep those coaches that have won championships, that their legacy remains intact within our district.
Yeah, and he is, but that's another conversation. I don't want to go to, because they draw me in, Coach Brown. They be trying to trick me. They be trying to get me into being the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy today.
Go ahead.
They be trying to draw me outside, Coach. I don't want to go into it, but I just feel like to me, Coach Doug, absolutely. He got this.
He does.
If he ain't got this, we can't be naming nothing.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Right.
You know.
Well, I'll just say I was fortunate to get two. Maybe I get I joke, maybe I'll get a urinal stall named after being one. You know what I mean? That's what. But anyway, it just part of the culture of Lancaster is about winning. And again, you and the longevity of those coaches. Coach Williams was there for 25 plus years. Coach Doug has been there forever. Coach Humphrey was there for 30 some years. So that's the thing I think with Lancaster is the guys come and they're a part of that WEBO culture. We say that, man. That's the one thing we really think we have going for us is we think that WEBO Nation culture is something that once you get it and once you get a part of that, man, you got the fever. And so we're real proud of that. And not only our athletics, but you look at our fine arts, our band, our choir, man, they top of the line too. So we got a lot of programs that we're very proud of. And Lancaster people, it's kind of like Carter folks, Coach Carter, John Tyler folks, man, they real proud people. And so winning is what it's all about. And so in doing that, we just got to find ways to keep our really good coaches, and we want to honor those coaches that have done well.
Yes, sir, Coach. I tell you what, man, you've done very well today. You've done very well. I appreciate you for hopping on. Speaking of, we got another hot young coach for to come on, man. Coach B. I love what he's doing over there at Arlington, Seguin, man. So we definitely want to give him his shine up next. But Coach, we gotta have you come back. Man. You gotta pick some games. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'd be good to get me back once that gridiron gets started after a couple of them games we have had, and then we can talk real, Coach Carter. That's what I'm saying. They can get real right there.
Coach,
right
I look forward to it. Hey, you know me, Coach. You know me. I look forward to it.
Right. Everybody feel like they got a great chance right now. So
everybody,
it'll be good to
but look, Coach, on the cool, man, I always say this about that district: iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
So all you have to do in that district, like you say, is go out and play your game. That's what it is. But if you come out of that district in the top 4, you got a great chance of at least going to the 4th round. You know what I mean? Until you have to play one of your district mates again.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So if you like Cedar Hill, you might have to play DeSoto 2 times.
Man, that's the key. Get into the 4. Be one of the 4 teams, and what happens. That's what you got to do. And you ask me again, I'm going to say it all day. It'll be the same time during the season. Be one of the 4 teams, and you got a chance. Great.
Just stay healthy, man.
That's why I said health. Health is everything.
Just play great defense and stay healthy.
Yeah, and Mitchell Ward, we ain't worried about it right now, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to be one of the 4 teams, so we're gonna be all right.
Right now, North Crowley's
Mitch is worried about kicking legs. Man, we trying to be one of these 4 teams, Mitch, right now. We're gonna be all right, Mitch. We'll be there. And we don't play week 10 anyway, Mitch. That's the last game of the season on a Thursday night. So it'll be interesting on that.
Langston and DeSoto week 10 on a Thursday.
On a Thursday, you know what I
mean?
Coach,
it's gonna be one or 2 things, Coach. Somebody gonna be resting their kids for the play.
I know it, man. We like I said, hopefully we get to that game. We healthy, and I know I take that back. Hopefully. You look out there and we ain't playing anybody because we trying to get ready.
But it's at Lancaster though, right?
Huh?
Is it a home game?
It's a home game. It is.
Yeah, y'all got good home cooking over there, so for sure.
Well, we gonna need.
Yeah, it's good over there at Lancaster, boy. They home record pretty good over there, J man.
No, we gonna try to make sure we come to Lancaster.
Just don't let the camera catch you like this, Coach.
Yeah. No, there is. Oh, I know it. Jeez. But that was DeSoto. That was just that state championship game won it.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, as a head coach and as a DC, have you ever had one of those games?
Nope, nothing like that, man. I hope you never
Oh,
get
it's
to
the
see
worst feeling in the world, isn't it?
see it. You keep looking up at that clock, and that clock ain't moving.
And it still say third quarter, second quarter. Like, God.
And DeSoto is steadily trying to, and whoever's trying to get in the game is trying to get that touchdown or make that big play. It don't occur second or man, so it's gonna go until that clock is zero. And so
Yeah.
it ain't getting out of that thing if you ain't ready. So you got to be ready for that. I can tell you that. So.
Absolutely, Coach, man. Once again, appreciate you for coming on. You definitely got to come back during the season. We probably have to have you. You know, you're a good homie of the show. And you know, WEBO, it goes farther than football. So that means basketball, track. We just got to have you keep popping on, Coach.
Right. Now let's stay connected, man. It was great to be on. And again, to all the fathers listening, happy Father's Day, and everybody just stay blessed. That's the main thing. Let's stay blessed and let's stay at it.
Yes, sir. Once again, appreciate you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, guys.
Coach, man. I like Coach. Let's bring on another coach, man. We got the homie. I don't want to jack up his name, so I'm gonna let him tell you now. I call him Coach B.
Yes, sir. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, perfect. First thing, let's have to follow Coach Brown. Man, he did an excellent job. I kind of followed him from afar. Man, he's doing a great job at Lancaster, and he did in his whole career. It's funny, though, he started at Seguin. Man, it seems like every coach started at Seguin. You got Coach Lynn, Coach Harris, and him, and like 10 others. But so I'm Coach Bencke, currently at Arlington, Seguin. I'm going on my 5th year this upcoming year.
Very cool.
Oh, wow. So tell me, Coach, how long you been? Matter of fact, give us a brief summary of your coaching career, how you got up to being OC over there with Coach G and Seguin.
Yes, sir. So I started coaching right out of college. I played at the University of Tulsa, and I graduated in 2015. And then right after, actually, I started coaching in Oakland. So I was up at Bixby High School for 4 years up there. Was lucky. Got on the staff as just an assistant coach and got to work my way up. But we had a lot of success. We won 3 state championships up there at 6A. And I think they've lost 1 game in the past 5 years. But moved down during COVID. Chose the worst time to move. Actually, I moved because of my wife. We're actually living down here in the Willis area. But so moved down in 2020 and just, again, was looking for a job. And I remember I had a couple interviews. I reached out to a couple people moving down during COVID. And, I mean, you guys had Coach G on here. You know him. Man, he called me at 5 a.m. the next day. So I sent an email, sent a resume. He called me at 5 a.m. I went down to the school at 8, toured the campus, an hour, masks on, everything. And he offered me the job right off the bat. So that's how I kind of got down here and kind of worked our way up.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So you always wanted to kind of just be a part of that Texas football in Texas, because Bencke is very successful up in Oklahoma.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've always looked from afar. We'd actually come down as a staff and watch games, the state championship game. I remember we were there for the Duncanville North Shore Hail Mary. We were fans of that game as a staff. But I had at the time when I was at Big, my girlfriend was living down here. So we did 2 years of long distance, and then we moved down here. So it was a crazy path. 2 years of long distance. Moved during COVID, so we were stuck in the same apartment for a year. And so then after that, easy decision. So we're married, so I've been down here 5 years now.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I'm still let you go, Coach B. You got anything for him, B. Rise?
I got something for you, Coach. You know, me and J Mac, you know, and Coach, we seen y'all in the 707 out there in Arlington. You know, you got some good skill players, but you know, how you looking on the trenches? You know, they're gonna tell a lot. You know, how you looking, you know, up front?
Yeah, you know, it needs to be a big year for us. We return a lot of starters coming back and a lot of experience. So a lot of people don't know of Fruit at Seguin, not even just O-linemen, but skill. They all started as sophomores back 2 years ago. So this is their senior year coming up. So up front, we have 4 seniors that will start for us. Big, too. Really big. Just to name a couple. Vaden Kincaid, 6'8", 380. Jaden Robinson, 6'4", 340. The small one is Chris Edwards at 6'3", 315. And they've done a really good job of leading us. And then Dion Truss, he kind of plays O-line and D-lineman, but he's a tackle / D tackle / DN for us. So we have a lot of experience, and we have a bunch of 2027s coming up as well. So we have a weird mix. We're senior and sophomore heavy up front, but all of them are really, really good, and we've really bought in.
Hey, Mo, I'm definitely ready to see what y'all got this year. Y'all didn't coach.
It's an exciting time, man. Our kids are really bought in, and that's kind of our first part. We started summer workouts last week. Between our varsity, we had 98% attendance, and the 2% was due to camps going on throughout the DFW. So they've been really, really bought in and senior heavy. I know last year we did better than I think most people expected. We didn't do as good as we wanted last year, and with us returning, a lot of the kids, they've taken that leadership and ownership of the program, really leading it and running it. So, we got to control what we can control, stay healthy and just get better each day. But I like the group we have.
Okay, another question, Coach. Do y'all start the feeder school with Summit? Do y'all who is y'all feeder school? Y'all middle school?
Yes, we do. We do. So we currently have Owsley Junior High, and we get a majority of them. And Arlington's open enrollment to start, so you can we have rules and regulations, and all the schools follow them. But if a parent living in North Arlington, wanted to move to Arlington, they could. They'd have to sit out a year, but they can go play. So it's open enrollment. But yeah, we have Owsley right now, and Bowie gets a small part of it. We've done a really good job of. I know you guys mentioned earlier with Coach Brown, kind of recruiting your own kids. We've done a good job at our feeder school. We do cookouts down there. We attend practices down there, and we kind of we get them excited to come up. We actually had a camp for the Owsley kids, and they came up, and coaches, we were going to coach them, but our kids jump in and we're coaching them. So, that kind of shows kind of that leadership and, buy-in. So we've done a good job of that, and that's what we got to, it's just like college. You got to recruit your kids, and you got to, you got to get them up to campus. So that's what we're working on.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's all I have, man. Yes, sir.
Coach Carl, you still there?
Hey, Coach, what's going on, Coach? You all right?
Yes, sir. How are you? Happy Father's Day.
Man, I'm blessed, Coach. Glad to have you on, man. We had a coach from Arlington on a couple of weeks ago. He said that Arlington was the SEC. No, was the Big Ten of high school football. What you say about that, Coach?
Was it Coach Smith or was it Coach Gordon, or who was it?
It don't matter. Just what's your thoughts, Coach?
Arlington, again, coming as a newcomer, right? Coming from Oklahoma, there's a lot of talent and great coaching and programs in Arlington. It's a good and a bad thing, right? When you have 6 high schools that are well respected and well ran, kids have a lot of options. So it's tough. And not to mention our district. Our district this year, just like it's been in the past, is really, really tough. But that brings out the best in the competitor. On staff, we have 11 D1 or D1, D2 coaches that play D1 or D2. So at the end of the day, we like to compete, and we know our kids do as well. So, yeah, we're going to play tough teams. We're going to play the Red Oaks. We're going to play the Timberviews. We're going to play the Summits. But we really enjoy cherishing that challenge, game planning and playing. Because at the end of the day, you can go 10-0 and play in a weak district, but you make first round of the playoffs and get knocked out. What's the point? So, our kids are battle tested, and we will be. We know in our district, man, our district is tough, but we know the top 4 teams in our district have a good shot versus anybody in that 5A2 level coming out.
I look at Arlington, man. I was surprised that y'all had 2 or 3 teams ranked in the top 25. What was it? Bowie and Martin. What was the third school, J-Man? Was the third Arlington school?
That's in the district.
It was Arlington.
Yeah, that's ranked in the top in the state in the area.
Yeah, it was Arlington.
Oh yeah, it was. I think it was Bowie.
It was just Arlington, Bowie, and Martin, right?
Right.
Where do you see you guys at, right? So when you look at Seguin, y'all have a great head coach, right?
Mhm.
An unbelievable developer of young men and coaches as well. How do you see that leadership, and where do you see that going based on that leadership and based on the model that coaches has got you guys on that has been extremely productive? And also, how's that how's y'all enrollment? Is it going up?
Sir, so kind of to start from the beginning, you know, it's a tough area and it's a tough district and tough. Arlington's good. There's a lot of good coaches and good schools in the area. You know, at the end of the day, we know we get the kids we get, and what we do, Coach G says, man, we love kids. You know, we show love and respect, and we want kids to grow and develop. So, you know, we've done a good job. We have more kids coming up. Talking about enrollment, it's a little tricky because we are the only 5A school in Arlington. It's kind of weird. Every other Arlington school is 6A, and we're 5A. So we're a newer school too. I think I want to say 2008 or 2010. It's a newer Arlington school, so we're 5A too. But you know, we've done a really good job, and Coach G kind of preaches it to us, man. We take kids that maybe some coaches wouldn't take, you know, but because with him, he gets a lot of coaches that didn't have pretty home lives, that didn't grow up in, you know, 2-parent households like our kids are dealing with. So we kind of have that. We kind of know where they're coming from, and we kind of know what we can do for kids. You know, talk about football is going to be 2% of their life if they go play in the NFL. That's it. So we got to prepare them for the rest of their lives. So we try to get kids on campus, show them, you know, at Seguin, show them love, try to teach them discipline, teach them character, and give them tools to succeed. And I think it's paid off. You know, notice we haven't really said much about football wins and losses, but we've been doing that, and now kids are starting to want to be at Seguin.
All right,
Parents,
you OC. You finna talk a little football, coach.
I got you.
OC.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your if we need 1 yard,
Okay.
1 yard, coach. What play are you running?
What kind of quarterback do I have? Do I got an athlete? Do I have a dual threat guy? Do I have a drop back guy?
Let's say both. You pick your poison, coach. It's your team.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, as an OC, I'm getting the ball to my best player. So I'm going to find whoever the best player is. If it's a receiver, right, we're going to design some type of quick screen, something to him. If it's the running back, right, we're big up front, right? So we're going to run downhill, get that running back 1 yard.
What run play are we running?
Okay, let's say it's a quarterback. Let's go zone read. So we got a little inside zone with a quarterback read off of it. We've had a good stable of really mobile quarterbacks. We had one, Xavier Bryce, who made a killing off of that. He went to Texas and is now at North Texas. So some type of zone, give us an option because, you know, defense is going to load up, right? So we're going to give us a quarterback can make a choice. He can hand it off if we have numbers, and if that end stays there, or if the end crashes, quarterback can pull it and pick up that 1 yard.
Yeah. So what position did you play, coach?
O-line. I played university.
You played O-line and you gonna run zone read?
Yeah, you know, downhill. But
they ain't really downhill. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You know, like, okay, put it you like this, coach. If you run a zone read, I can make you hand the ball off, or I can make your quarterback keep it.
That's true. But if you make us hand off, right, we're big up front. Our inside zone isn't really, it's kind of like a duo. You know, you hear the duo in college.
You hurt my feelings, man. I thought I was gonna hear some power. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was gonna hear something, but we finna go hit somebody in the mouth, coach. You talking about you wanna play for this right? Okay. No. All right, we passed that. What's your 2-point conversion play?
2-point play. All right, so we do like power. The problem is I got a 380-pound guy who's better at blocking downhill than he is pulling. So 2-point play, again, it kind of depends, but we like little split zone with a bluff RPO attached to it, right? So we're going to run, again, that same look, right? I split, right? We run zone, we run some power, then you jump it, and we have our sniffer act like he split zone block, then he bluffs it, dump it off in the flat. I think the Cowboys ran the game.
Do you have an athletic quarterback this year at Seguin?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Do you
Yeah.
guys run QB counter?
We do.
Is that like a staple?
It's one of the top 3. Yes, sir.
Coach,
So
if you that's the hardest play to stop in football.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. QB power, Q counter, both of those are. Depending on how you can block it up front, because it's almost virtually impossible to stop because it's challenging everybody else reads.
Yes, sir.
But I love that play. But okay, now here we go.
Gotcha.
It's 3rd down and 5. Okay. We in 2 minutes.
Okay.
You got 45 seconds. You're on your 20.
Okay.
No, your 25, high red. Get me to the end zone.
All right. So we got 2 minutes. How many timeouts do we have?
It's only 45 seconds, but you got 2 timeouts left.
Okay. And how much are we down?
Huh?
Does a field goal win it or tie it?
Great question. To win it.
Field goal wins it?
No, to tie it. And then you got to go to 2 points to win it.
Okay. Well, first I'll tell you, we have 2 timeouts, right? So we can take advantage of the middle of the field, right? Usually 2-minute drill, defense is going to give the middle. They want to take away. You're going to think, hey, we can't get it inside because we get tackled, right? The clock's going to run out. So we're going to use that to our advantage. We've got 4 good skill guys, and we can protect up front. So we're going to go, we call it trips or a little 2x2 set. We got a really good receiver on the outside. So what we're going to do is teams are going to either bracket him or they're going to roll a safety over, right? We know that because they can't get beat deep. So we're going to hit one. We like 4 verts. That's one of ours. Again, hitting that middle of the field because we have timeouts with comebacks on the outside. So again, you want to give space, right? Because we don't want to get beat, right? We'll hit quarterbacks. No, we hit that comeback, pick up 15, get out of bounds. Right, we have a mesh again, knowing that we have 2 timeouts. But again, we're going to take advantage of if you're giving us the sidelines, perfect. We'll take that. We'll take it down the field like we did. We did that versus Everman last year. Again, we had a little 2-minute drive to end the half. We took it down with quick out. Right, about 8-play drive, go score. So we're going to really take advantage of what the GC's given us. But like you said, with 2 timeouts, I can take advantage of that middle of the field. And kind of to tie into our kids, we're fast. We might hit you in the field, and our receivers, we've had 2 kids that have been camped and tested at 4.4 40, taken and go score. We got Malik can do that. We got Carterius, who's a big-time receiver. But I already know teams are going to double team Carterius.
You're going to get the ball. Hey, you're going to get the ball to your playmakers.
Yes, sir.
Right.
We're going to get it to them. Hey, because, OCs, we can come up with all these schemes. At the end of the day, get the ball to your best players.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, man, I'm cold. But I'm the dopest OC ever. Man, you got Caden Durham in the backfield. Come on, dog.
Hey, man.
I'm not saying that, they had,
right.
Coach I'm not. I was just using that as an example. Now I will say this though, Coach. Do you script your plays?
Do we script them? Yes, we do. We script them as a staff, and then we also script a 2-minute situation. So that would be a thing where, hey, we're looking at the defense. So we'll do that on Saturdays as a staff, and we'll have our 2 minutes scripted out, and we'll practice that every day coming into Friday.
Hey, now, Coach, on the cool though, man. Learn power and counter, man. That should be your go-to play. Don't go 31 running inside zone, Coach. Okay, you just asking for it.
Man, power.
I'm gonna run the heel lines of that tackle and have my linebacker come scrape over the top, and you're gonna kill your quarterback.
So
now, are you 11 personnel?
It depends on our kids and our year. So we'll actually be able to go this year 10 and 11 personnel. Yes, sir.
You'll be going to go 10 this year or 11?
So we've been at Seguin. We haven't had any tight ends. So we've been 10 personnel, but we actually have some guys this year. So again,
that's dope.
11,
make the tight end great again, Coach.
Huh?
Make the tight end great again.
Hey, we have a special one this year. Deshaun Marble. He's going to be really, really good for us as a leader. He's only a junior.
Yeah. I love it, man. I can't wait to go watch you play, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mo.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I saw something on Twitter, man. You were speaking at, what was it called? The one back?
Yes, sir. It was the one back clinic. This was the first year that it was ran. And so I actually spoke. It's funny. I know we're talking about power and counter. Coach Carr's giving me a hard time, but it was about offensive line development. And so kind of a year-round, how you train offensive linemen year-round. You know, most people think, hey, you just block somebody, right? But it's kind of how we train them in the off-season, how we train them in the summer, kind of how we train them in season, and kind of how you tailor your offense and what you have around them.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, man. I've been checking that out. So was that your first time doing the clinic speaking?
That one, yeah. I've done it before, back up in Oklahoma, but not in Texas. So real time, no. That was my first one. But
okay. I mean, you seem like you got good reviews on it. So, you guys, I see Coach Blythe in the chat.
That's Coach Blythe.
Yeah. So you guys are running more two. You guys should be running more two back this year, right? More 21
Right.
or
we have the personnel for it. Yes. At the end of the day, it's gonna be tough for teams because we're gonna be multiple. You're gonna have to prepare. Sometimes you can go against a team and hey, they're gonna be in a 2x2 receiver set, or they're gonna be in a trip set. For us, you're gonna have to prepare for a bunch of formations and personnels. This has really been our first year where we've had numbers. Last year, we actually had a freshman and a JV team for the first time since like 2017. So we're actually coming back, and we have good numbers and good overall numbers in the program. I think right now we're averaging about 100 kids in the summer, whereas when I first got there, we were like 40 or 50. So we're actually getting kids up, and we'll be able to do a lot. And again, we kind of just get predicate on what our offensive line is good at. You know, if we're good, if we have good pullers, man, we're going to run counter, we're going to run power. If we don't, we're going to run 2-0, we're going to run tight zone, right? So it predicates what we run is based off of them. And we got. I know Coach Blinder. We got some good running backs too. We're really deep and excited at running back. We got 3 or 4 of them that we like. All of them young, and all of them are pretty hungry this year. Excited, and they're tough kids too. Tough kids.
That's what I like to hear.
Coach said they're gonna be mean up front.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got this thing, Coach. I always say bring back something, and I think my thing going into this year is gonna be bring back the 2-back offense. I want to see 2 running backs back there.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 running backs. You know, that's what we'll be able to do that. We got a
bring
lot.
back I formation, Coach.
Hey, I'm not going to confirm or deny it, but check our games.
Bring a fullback and a tight end back, Coach. Yeah. And let's see how tough these kids really are.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point. Just because you notice, and 7-on-7 is a great thing, and we love 7-on-7. We've done really well at it. But that is the point. A lot of kids, especially in Texas, you know, do 7-on-7. But we're going to find out how many safeties really want to come tackle. We know they like to, you know, do the celebrations and have picks, but we'll see when they have to get that extra their hat in the box and see if they want to tackle. And so we live off of that, and that's one thing that Coach G really prides us is power. You know, the power and toughness that we have. So no, we're going to run all a lot. And then once you bite up, we have a lot of deep threats that will take it to the house. So it's gonna be fun. It's a fun year. And we got a lot of great kids and coaches to kind of make it go as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pushing for it, Coach. I'm looking for the 21 personnel. I want the 2 running backs. I know the homie say what in the wing tee I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you run the ball, the clock is running, and J-Mac can get home before 11.
Well, hey. You guys will be able to come check us out because we play a lot of Thursday games. So I know a lot of teams, you know, that Friday night we play a lot of Thursday games. So And because we kind of knew too, we're competing, like we said about all these teams in Arlington, right? People in Arlington got a lot of games to go to. Well, we're playing on Thursday. I think 8 out of 10 of our games are on Thursday. So that gives you a Thursday night to come check us out. And we want to represent Arlington and Seguin well. And I think we will.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to fall into some of them Thursday games. I know me and B. Rise can fall in there. That's his area, too. And that's pretty close. And if y'all run the ball, you know, with a 7 o'clock start, yeah. We out of there by 9:30. What you think, B?
We will, because I know you guys kind of saw us. I know I'm the OC, but we have a really good defense too. We got a lot of talented kids on defense, and I think sometimes, and I'll say even myself, when I was younger, I'm not that old, but when I was younger as an OC, hey, it's all about putting up points, right? But in reality, football is about that complement of football and of offense and defense. You can put up 80 points and still lose. We know we have a really good defense. We got talented linebacker core, talented secondary, and a good D line. So we're going to make sure, hey, it might be 14-0 at halftime. We only scored 14 points, but you had the ball for 2 minutes and we held it for the rest. You know, that's deflating when the other OC's drawn up like, hey, well, we've had 2 drives and right. So kind of we want to make sure take the OC and DC out of it and make the kids go rep over rep on the field. So, and that's why we condition a lot too.
I like that. And, you know, we had the DC on. So, yeah, we definitely.
Smith.
Yeah, bright kid, man. I really like that young man, man. I really like him, man. I think he's going to be right. And one thing about him is he's honest. He's probably been the most honest coach.
Really?
Coach
that's good.
Open up. Yeah, coach let you know, you know what I'm saying? And I think he got a bright future. You're another young coach. Yeah, you can't be much older. What year you come out of high school, coach?
What year, like 2011?
Yeah, so you're another young coach. Man, y'all be making me feel old. You came out around with B. Ride. Then B. Ride, what year you come out?
03.
Yeah, I don't feel young, but I think it's just because I got into coaching right away. I knew what I wanted to do off the bat. I grew up with a single mom, so coaches were the biggest impact on me. So I knew right when I got done playing at Tulsa, I wanted to coach. So I got in. Feels like it was yesterday, but it's been for 9 years.
Yeah. So needless to say, you probably about ready to run your own program. I'm assuming. You got to be starting to look at that right about now, right?
You know, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm looking. I'm also a track coach, so technically, I am a head coach. Okay. But it's something that I want to do, yes. But it's not something where like I'm wanting to jump into anything. Coach G and Seguin, the whole staff, and our principal, Mr. Linson, they make it it's a nice job to be in. It's a family first atmosphere, so it's something that I do want to do eventually. But I think you see too many coaches just jump around. I know there's promotions, and I know there's, people want to get moving up, but I think too many people, especially young coaches, try to be the top quick without really learning and mastering their expertise. I mean, I was an OC. Nowadays people want to be OC, right? I wasn't an OC until I had a successful O-line, kind of O-line career coaching. And that's something that I think you got to focus on. So right now, I want to be a head football coach, but I'm trying to be the best head track coach, the best associate head coach, and just the best coach I can be at Seguin, because good things happen with that. You can't be looking ahead in the distance, because then you're going to give up the opportunity that's in front.
Oh, man. So you're the head track coach with your head coach of football is a big track guy.
Yes, sir.
Man, how's that working out?
Really, really well. I mean, because we have that emphasis that football players run track. So it's easy for me as, OC and him as head coach. If a kid says, hey, I'm not going to run track, well, you're not going to play football either. Good luck. So we have all our football kids run track, and it goes hand in hand, because you'll see our speed on 7-on-7, but then all do Friday and Thursday nights. Man, our kids work hard in track and work hard in football, and it gives us that opportunity to kind of be with them year round. So it's an easy easy thing. You'll see him out at practices, kind of helping out, jumping in, being almost like an assistant coach. Hey, coach, where do you need me? You need to work blocks, to work hurdles, right? He jumps into that. But and actually, the whole staff is football staff. So the whole track staff are football coaches. So it's really, really easy. We got good coaches on both sides, and the kids are really, really good, and they listen. So it's been an easy transition, and we get our kids right.
Yeah, I love them giving us a hard time. We talking a little track. Yeah, we are, but it definitely has a football angle to it. You know what I'm saying?
It has to. And here's a stat that I even looked up, and this is offensive lineman. At the clinic that I spoke at, the one back clinic, I looked at, okay, who are the top offensive linemen in Texas? Okay, I just went off, ratings. Who knows if they are what they are, the stars or whatever. But out of the top 15, 13 of them through in track. So, I mean, even from an O-line perspective, two to three sports is great. So, some of these football coaches, they try to keep their kids just in football. Man, they need to develop other skills. Send them to basketball. Send them to wrestling. Wrestling's huge for offensive linemen. Send them to track. But you got to get these kids doing other things because it builds in a whole community aspect.
Yeah, I know. We had this conversation. A lot of coaches, sometimes people look at me and frown upon that when I've been saying that. You can tell a lot about you. Like I say, I always say this. Soccer is an anomaly, right? That's an anomaly. But for the most part, if you even look at North Shore and what they was able to do on the track this year, if you look at DeSoto, what they are able to do on the track, Duncanville, what they're able to do on the track, Tompkins, like Gilmer, you know what I mean? Your top football programs are typically going to be your top track programs.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, all those schools. I mean, you look at the Duncanville relays; they're all football kids. You look top to bottom. The Tascasita, the one that set that 4x1 record, they're football kids. Shoot, some of them that weren't offered before that were offered by USC right after that. So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, fast is fast.
Yes, that's what coaches want. I'll tell you, as an OC, do I want to get the ball to a receiver that's going to be low and get caught after 10, or do I want to get the ball to a kid that's going to take it to the house and make me look good? I'm going to take it to the fast kid because it makes coaches look better. Right.
I'm gonna get it to the one who can get me a first down.
Yeah.
But hey, if one gonna give you a first down, the other gonna give you 6.
Yeah, that's you gotta have both of them. You gotta have both of them. You know what I mean?
You have to.
I definitely want to.
There's something about that receiver that can move them chains, man. Them intermediate routes, them 10 to 15-yard routes, man, ain't nothing like them. That's a hard route to cover. And if you got a quarterback that can get it there and a receiver that creates separation and just how to, being able to catch the ball with their hands, and they ain't got to be, turn it up and go. Now, if you can get you one that could do that, you just trying to get the ball in his hands. You don't even care where he get it. You just trying to get him the ball.
That's huge. And you got to have both those guys, the speed guys, and in this case, the tight ends too, right? That tight end can pick up that trusty first down.
Yeah, because it's crazy. When I just watch a lot of high school football, a lot of high schools leave the middle of the field open on defense. It is wide open. It's just for some reason teams don't run a lot of seam routes and kind of sit off into there, right? They either want to take it all the way up to the safety, and they don't really have to. It's right between the linebackers and the safety because most of them are too high. They outside, you know what I mean? And they literally are playing high. And it's that seam route, but people don't play with tight ends no more. People don't even throw to the ball to the backside the backfield. Like, how crazy is that? Do you realize how many mixed matches that you can put on a field if you got a linebacker a running back on a linebacker? If you look at this Duncanville towards the end of the season, they start getting Caden the ball out the backfield in the flats and everything like that, where he got leverage. And those are big plays waiting to happen, man. I digress because I should have been an OC. I'm telling you, I love offense.
Hey, you got the chops. I would just say I think I could be wrong. I think some of that 7-on-7, right? These kids nowadays are playing 7-on-7, where if you throw it to the back, They don't got to tackle them. They just got to come tag them. So you throw it to the back, you throw that quick check down, they can tag them real quick, and you might not get that first down. So I think that's kind of translated a little bit to Thursday and Friday nights of, maybe quarterbacks aren't used to throwing backs. But that's one thing that we do in practice every day. We have an individual period where quarterbacks and running backs go together, and we have our kind of our route for that. But just running backs are your friend, because again, that's a quarterback, that's a completion. And we got the running backs that can take it, pick up 10, pick up 12. You got, obviously Durham, man, he's taking that to the house. So, and it doesn't say we tell the quarterbacks, it doesn't say on the stat sheet that threw it for 1 yard and the running back took it for 80. It just says I got 81-yard completion. So completion, we hunt for completions. And that's something that we really have to practice.
We count all touchdowns.
Right.
However they come.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, tell me this, Coach. Looking at your district, because
Yes,
we just talked to Coach Brown. We talked about the District of Doom. I'm gonna be honest. You guys probably got the 582 District of Doom, man. I'm looking at this district like it's gonna be a really good team that that's gonna miss the playoffs. Just being honest. I want to bring it up. I want to show it, man. Just if you don't believe me, you guys got to look at this right here. This is crazy.
It's a good one.
Right there, man. This is off the chain.
It was tough last year.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, what's the conversation that coaches are having, that you guys are having to prepare? Because it's gonna take a little of everything, man. Right?
Right.
It's gonna take the great offense, right? It's gonna take the great defense. It's gonna take staying healthy. It's gonna take great game plans. I mean, you're in a district with a lot of great coaches. Like, it's gonna be that's gonna win and lose. Coaching is gonna win and lose some games in this district. Just talk to him about and just tell us about, like, what's those conversations like with Coach G and the staff, being in a district like this and starting that preparation for spring, all the way up to now you're in the summer and the off-season workouts.
Yes, sir. I mean, I don't want to go cliche as coaches speak on here, but in this district, you really have to focus on the small things and get better each day, because you can't have week-to-week letdowns. Because our district is tough. Every week's a really good matchup. So you have to come to practice every day. Kids have to come engaged, ready to learn, ready to practice. We don't have a week where we're like, hey, we can play the ones for 2 series and then put the 2s in, right? We got a really, really tough district. A lot of good coaches, like you said, and a lot of good talent. So, it comes into now in the summer. We're prepping for it. We got kids that aren't missing days, so they're here getting conditioned, getting ready to go for it. We've already broke down our opponents based off last year, right? I know we'll get this year's film throughout the year, but just breaking down the opponents of what we're going to see. Is it a 4-man front? Is it a 3-man front? What's their top 2 blitzes? How many guys come back? So stuff like that as a staff. But it's going to be really tough. But I think, we get into coaching, one, because we love football and we love kids, but we love to compete too. So we know that we'll be battle tested. And the district's been tough for us. It has been for a while. Last year we were with we've had Alito in the past. We've had Alito in Timberview. Last year we had Midlow Heritage, who's really, really good. So we know for us, it's kind of like the NCAA tournament. Just get in. Man, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 4, man, because we have a really good – if we get top 4, we got a good shot. Our bye district's a fun matchup too, but we just know we're here to compete. And the thing that helps us is that we got a lot of kids coming back. We got 8 starters on offense coming back. I think 6 or 7 on defense. So we're experienced and the kids are experienced, and the staff's been together too. So, it's been fun for us. It'll be a fun year for us, but ready to compete and just do what we can, because it's going to be, every week's going to be a battle. You will not have a game this year where you come to Seguin where it's a blowout on either side. It's going to be good games.
Yes, sir.
That's yeah, and the fact that y'all play these Thursday games, I think I can expect to see us. I know I want to catch that Burleson game. That's
Yes,
our
sir.
guy.
Wilson's gonna be tough too with Coach Tanner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Coach
it'll
Tanner
be good.
and it's almost like those Mansfield games is I know people might want to say it out loud, but hey man, let's just be honest, kids are watching them games.
Right.
The next generation of kids, they watching those games. They want to see, when it come time for them to go, and parents, they watching them games. So you always want to put on a good showing and show that your program is consistently improving and that you winning. And we talked about that with Lancaster AD about being healthy. Man, ain't you? Who was y'all pre-district game again? Y'all got two, right?
We got two, sir, and we'll be prepped for it. We got North Mesquite and then Red Oak. So this will be year 3 with Red Oak. So, and they get us prepped. They definitely get us prepped for the district.
Yeah, that's a lot of speed.
Oh yeah,
and they're a physical team. Like that's a big physical. That's a big physical team. I like it. That's a good one. And North Mesquite, who a lot of people are picking to make a move in their district this year.
Yeah.
So y'all don't have no weeks off.
No, I don't.
No, we don't. Our bye week, which is all the way week 10. But no, we don't have any weeks off. But again, that's what you get into this profession for. You want to compete and you need to grow and develop kids. So we've had a little bit of buzz here and there, with our track team, with our skill kids, with our big guys. So, we always tell the kids, riders ride, coaches coach, players play. So at the end of the day, they'll probably put us bottom. It doesn't matter to us. That doesn't, that we'll coach you guys up and you guys go play, and that's all that matters. And we'll let everyone else write about it when we're done. We don't talk about it. So we've had a good summer so far and a good spring. So we're just looking forward to that and just getting prepped. Because like you guys said, there's no weeks off.
Man, absolutely not, Coach. But I love it. And I love the attitude you guys are having going into that. It's going to be tough, man. Coach, I want to Coach King, that's one of our QB gurus, trainers that's in DFW. So they have a nice new QB. Is that the one we've been seeing in 7-on-7?
Yes, sir.
I think so.
Yes, sir. Chevy.
What's his name again?
His Chevy Andrews. He's been really, really good, and he's before he even becomes a quarterback, he's a really good leader. Funny story. He came up to me we were about 2 weeks into track in the spring, and he came up to me. He's like, Coach, I haven't ran track since 8th grade, but I noticed all the football guys are in track. Can I come join? I want to be around them, and I want to develop chemistry already. So, he's a good leader for us. Good kid. He's learning the system, already taking leadership when it comes to. He's the one calling the cadences on conditioning, calling cadences. Just kind of operating on his own. So we expect to have a fun year with him, and he's only going to be a junior. So the future's bright, and we got some young pups behind him too, coming from Owsley. So we're excited.
Okay.
It's I don't want to say be all optimistic, but we're doing a lot of good things at Seguin. We've been doing it for a while. You just maybe haven't seen that wins and losses or playoffs and going far. But again, it takes time. It takes time, and we've been doing it the right way. Building kids in the weight room, building kids in track. Building Owsley. So we're excited, and we know at the end of the day, we can cry, complain, all that's not going to do anything, right? No. If we could go on Twitter and rant about how our districts have it, no one cares. Everyone has a tough district. There's that DeSoto, Duncanville, that district, that one's tough too. So nobody cares, man. It's stop whining, stop crying, just go to work, and good things happen.
Yep.
And that is all it's about. Coach King said he want to come up there and check him out this summer.
Yeah,
y'all doing any more SQTs, or y'all pretty much doing like whatever y'all do on Tuesday, Thursdays?
No, we didn't. So last year we did, and we went far. We took top 4 in the state with 7-on-7. what we didn't want to do this year was rush it, so to say, because, with Chevy coming in, kind of that him learning everything, we didn't want to that one that you guys were at, and we were up and down. We beat North Crowley, who's loaded, but kind of struggled against some other teams. But we didn't want to rush it, and not have the support, so to say. So we've been focusing on kind of our installs, kind of real football, just summer strength conditioning. So, and what's been big too, I don't know, you'll have to ask other coaches, but the move, these colleges now, they're having all college camps, last week and the week before that, and having these visits. So we were going to have kids missing 7-7, missing that. And, at the end of the day, we want our kids to go to college. That's the number one goal. So it'd be kind of contradictory to say, hey, you can't go on your visit because we got 7-on-7. So we kind of took it a little bit easy this year. We'll be back next year once we got our quarterback, second year in the system, and the good skills. But yeah, we took a little bit of a year off of that.
What grade Chevy? He finna be a junior?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, that's impressive because that guy is like. Cause I remember me and B. Ryan both was saying how much we liked when we saw him out there at the Arlington SQT. Man.
Yeah, he's really good, and again, better kid before even football player. But we're excited. We're excited for him. We're excited for our deal and our bigs. Again, it's a tough district. We know that, but we're not just talking when we're saying, hey, we're excited to get to work because we really have a lot of pieces this
year. Okay. Well, Darren, Coach, that sounds like a winner, man. I guess before you get out of here, though, man, just kind of tell us, give us your shout outs and what do we need to be looking forward to from. I still can't say your last name. I don't call you Coach B.
Oh, you're good.
Coach
hey, it's all good. It's everyone does it. I just want to shout out you guys for all you guys do for the DFW coaches and kids. These kids live in a tough. It's a tough time with social media. A lot of negativity on it. Even as coaches, there's a lot of negativity. You might, you're going to have parents in the stands that heckle you. You're going to have people that say you should do this, and this. But you guys do a great job of just, one, giving coaches a platform to speak about their programs and their kids. But I think you guys are fantastic. And I've tuned in ever since I met you guys. I've tuned in to almost every episode. So it's just been an honor to be on here. And for anybody who's watching, who's a coach, man, just keep doing what you're doing. We do get in it for the right reason. You do it to raise kids and help make a better community. So keep doing that, keep working, and eventually those wins and losses will come. So don't get frustrated. Don't get, don't hate, on others. Just, man, do work, help these kids, and do what you can for these kids. Because at the end of the day, that's why you join this profession. It's not the money, it's the kids. So just keep doing what you guys do.
Oh yeah, he helped us out. Look at that. It's pronounced Bencke.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Bencke.
Hey, Coach B, Bencke, it's whatever.
I like that, man. Hey, for everybody that's listening, man, we want y'all to just hold on because after Coach B, we got a big announcement. I'm waiting on them to come in, but it's something that I'm proud. It's gonna be our first. This is gonna be a dub first. I'm excited about it, man, and that's gonna come up here in a minute. But man, this has been a great show. What you think, B. Rob? Man, we all had Coach Brown.
Man, it's been a great show. Oh yeah,
dog, like we killing it, man. Like and Coach Gordon, shout out to Coach Gordon, man. Coach Gordon,
yes, sir.
He's boy.
I'm gonna be honest about it. He's picked two very, very gifted young coaches to be coordinators, and it's impressive, man. So he got an eye for talent too. You know what I'm saying? And
he does.
He taking y'all kind of under his wing, man, and you could tell.
He has, and I think he's really prided himself on that. If you notice, and it's not just even our coordinators. You look at our staff in general. It's a lot of younger coaches, guys that played in college, maybe guys that coach in other states. But he obviously played Arlington, but Kansas State, and so I know Coach AJ actually was from Oklahoma, like me. So he's a good job of getting the young coaches and really helping develop them because, in my opinion, there's a lot of great coaches, but you got to be able to connect with these kids. And the second you can't connect with these kids, either, you know, I'm not saying you got to act like you're 18 like them, but they know what they like, know what they do these days, right? Nowadays, they're all on their phones. So Twitter, social media, do stuff to connect with them. So it's a really good staff. You know, it's a really good young staff. We got a great amount of coaches. And, you know, you'll see all of us up there tomorrow morning for strength and conditioning. So we don't take days off, and we're excited for it.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, being young coaches, connecting with your players like that, man, like what? Because, see, I always feel like it's a difference, right? I don't believe you could be just a homeboy, so to speak. You just can't be the friends. Because you also are the authoritative figure, right? Like you still are the leader. So it has to be a balance. Like I used to tell my son, you know, all the time, like I'm not your homeboy. I mean, I love you. We can play around. We go, but I ain't your homeboy ever. And he 25 for to be 26, and I still tell him I ain't your homeboy. You know, I'm dad first, and then everything else. So I'm just wondering, like you say, young coaches dealing with the younger players, man. Like is that something y'all have to kind of make sure that y'all, you know, keep that line to where
you know,
I sit on some of these sidelines, man. Ain't nowhere in the world some of these kids can talk to me.
Right.
That's why I probably would never be a coach. It just ain't happening. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It never happened. So like, how do y'all keep that?
You know, I think that's a deep layered question. We can go an hour on that. But I think one, you got to really show that you're genuine. You know, kids are big BS detectors. So like you can, if you have a wrong mindset, if you're doing it for money, you know, whatever, kids will find out quick. So you can't lie to them. You can't BS. And I think you gotta be respected. And nowadays, you know, even when I played, if someone had the title of coach, you were okay. That's coach. I got to respect. Nowadays, it's different. You have to earn that respect, you know, and you can do that in a multitude of ways. That can be being an experience. Maybe if you're a pro player, right? Maybe they looked up to you. Maybe they saw how far you got. You were a D1 player, so they look up to you for that. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe it's just a respect thing of, hey, this coach is really, really smart. I asked him this question, and he told me, hey, you do this, this, or this. And being honest. If you don't know, don't lie to a kid. Don't BS them. Tell them, hey, man, hey, that's a good question. I don't know. I'll find out. So I think you just gotta keep that respect. Like you said, you can't be their friend. But also, too, you're going to coach them hard. Make sure once practice is done, love up on them. You know, they might have messed up every play in practice. At the end of practice, once the whistle blows, you know, go talk to them. Tell them, hey, this is what we got to fix, and we'll be good. But don't let them leave the field with a bad mindset or a bad thought, because they're going to take that home and sleep on it. You know, just always encourage kids. I think you just got to be real.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can't be.
Those are the best words right there. That to me, that's a great ender, coach. Just be real, man. And on the real, I appreciate you, man, for coming by. You're always welcome back. We're gonna definitely try to have y'all back. I'm coming to some games, so we'll be able to get some on the field interviews hopefully after some good victories. Big victories.
Just let us know.
Yes,
let
sir.
us know when we got you.
Yes, sir, man. Once again, appreciate you, Coach Bencke. There
we go.
Right.
I appreciate you guys. Hey, and I'll let you call play too. So be ready.
No. I'm gonna let Coach Carr do that because we already know it's gonna be power.
Baby, I'm telling you.
Hey,
we're gonna see how tough they are, Coach. Yeah, we just want to see how tough they are, Coach. That's all.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. Let's go. Hey, let's go 3 in a row. Power 3 plays in a row. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. Coach, you saw Michigan go a whole half and then run number power and counter. Yeah. Didn't throw the ball one time, Coach, and took a soul out of team.
That's what we hope to replicate this year. We might just run a little bit of zone too.
Yeah, now you keep your zone in there. You know, if you got a cutback back, you can always keep your zone in. But get your 2 backs though. Get your power back.
Yes, sir.
And
we have a power back. We got some speed backs. Yeah, we have. There's a lot of talent at Seguin, so we're gonna do a good job of coaching them up. But Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's gonna be
y'all
fun.
already doing a great job, Coach. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We proud of you over here at the Dub, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Man.
And you guys keep doing
Hey.
what you're doing, being a positive
Listen,
impact.
tell Coach G I said what's going on, man.
I will. I'll see him in about 6 hours when we report, so I'll let him know.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right.
Salute.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Now we got the big announcement, man. We got some things going on, man, for the first time in Dub history. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring on, and it's fitting that this is gonna be the first one in Dub history because it's coming from where we from. So let me bring on the Ed Reed of all high school football. My guy.
Yo, what's up? What up? Good.
What up?
Yes, sir, man. How you doing, man? I call you the Ed Reed. I mean, what do you got a nickname? What they call you? With the Trap Master? What's going on, man?
Quarterback.
What is it?
Quarterback trapping.
Quarterback trapping. I like it, man.
I like it.
Hey, who gave you that one?
My pops.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
Of
man.
course he did.
He collected the quarterbacks. Coach.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, this
Yes,
might be
he
the first
did.
time. Pop look like he probably like you, like your brothers.
Some good genes, Coach.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, baby. I ain't mad at you, baby.
I ain't mad at all, bro.
At all.
Man. That's wild, man. But hey, man, welcome to the Dub, man. You know, I was man, we were supposed to have you on because you like player of the week a couple times. I don't know how it fell through, but you're here. So we got you here now. We happy. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to just tell us, man, how your journey been going, and then just tell us why you came on.
Okay. Well, what's called? First, I was at Bishop Dunn my freshman and sophomore year, and then I transferred over to Kimball to help my recruitment. And then, junior year, I had performed. I led the state in interceptions, and then then coaches got to talking to me from there on out. And, I just dropped my top 8 today.
What's the top 8?
I have Montana, Wyoming, Texas State, UNLV, Oregon State, UTEP, Hawaii, and Bowling Green.
All right. So I'm gonna hit you to say who recruiting you at Bowling Green?
Coach Lawson.
All right. The head coach at Bowling Green was my college teammate.
Okay.
We came in together as freshmen. The defensive coordinator was the captain on our team at Michigan. And I want to say maybe the assistant head coach. He was one of the coaches on that staff. So if you're gonna go anywhere, man, I sure hope it's the Bowling Green in the great. I ain't gonna say the great state of Ohio. We don't even like Ohio.
Yeah, you a bitch. I wish you would.
Don't let me lie to you, sir.
Hey, but speaking of this top 8, man, you also put out that you was gonna announce your commitment July 17th. That still
Yes,
stands?
sir.
All right, man. So on July 17th, where should everybody be looking so they can know where the Ed Reed of high school football is committed? I want you to tell them what they need to tune in to.
The Dub.
What?
Oh, the Dub for sure.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. So you gonna make your announcement where you going on the Dub live?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Respect. That's huge. Appreciate that.
That's man.
Appreciate that.
Breaking news, man. I need everybody to let everybody know that the Ed Reed, Mr. Juan Aguilar. No. Are you junior?
Nah.
No. Juan is your dad, right?
Nah. He got his own name.
Daddy Joe. Daddy Joe. I'm sorry. I be getting confused. Me and names don't work. I'm tell you that. That's why I would call you.
Yeah, you all over the place.
Yeah, man. I jack a name up. I'm gonna stick with Ed Reed. So you telling me the Ed Reed of high school football, July 17th, that's a Wednesday night, is gonna announce on live on the Dub. Everybody needs to be white here, paying attention to see. And I'm telling you, man, if your school ain't part of that top 8, man, y'all sleeping. Y'all better get on that phone. Better get on that phone.
It's too late now. It's too late now, though, J Mac. He already got his 8. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. Mark my words, y'all gonna hear this first here. So he gonna commit. You'll get him off. He gonna commit to his school he want to go to. That school he want to go to. Then he gonna come out this year and he gonna be balling on a whole nother level. Then he gonna come back on this show and do another commit.
I must say like this, man. We loyal to the cause. We've had a few District of Doom coaches reach out to us talking about J-Mac, and we still hold it down for the K.
Well, Coach, that's fine. That's fine in high school. That's fine. Listen, I wouldn't want to leave Bam either. You know what I mean? However, University of Houston come calling. University of Texas come calling. You know, some school that you didn't even know come calling. You know, I'm just telling you. Unless you go on the Bowling Green, because that's where my dog at. Stay at Bowling Green.
So tell me this, man. Just like real quick, man. Just tell me why these 8 schools. You know what I'm saying? What made you say, that one of these schools was probably, is possible the best fit, for you?
Well, one, family feel. So building a relationship with these coaches, because I need to trust them to make sure they can, coach me to be a better man, a better athlete. And then 2, the skill, see what school fits my skill set, basically. Because I like to pick the ball, just get the ball. So then and then 3, like I said before, future development. And then the 4, facilities, help me, weight room and all that. And then that's all.
Okay, I like that, man. So where you weight at now? Where are you looking to step on? Where's the first game at?
First game?
No. We ain't gonna say first game. The scrimmage against when y'all go see Coach Jack over there at West Ski. Where you want to be physically, like what your weight or whatever?
I'm 170. 170. Yeah, 170.
I'm going 175 going in.
Okay.
How much you weigh now?
165.
165. How tall are you?
6'1", 6'1", either one.
He's 6'1" with cleats on, Coach.
How is it? How do you like playing with Coach Robinson?
Coach Robinson, Coach D-Rob.
Yeah,
Coach D-Rob. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? He's a great coach. He what's it called? He pushes me to be better. What's it called? Also, him being in the NFL, he knows things that other coaches don't, and he's been to that level of play. And I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, that's my guy, D-Rob. All right, next question. Hey, man, so you was looking good in that number 9 in them gray uniforms.
You change the numbers, though.
Yeah, I'm to 11 now.
Huh?
I'm wearing number 11 this year.
You 11?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's the significance of 11?
You said what?
What's the significance in the number change?
Well, 11 was my number before I came to Kimball, and then it's always been a number I stuck with.
Okay.
No, it just wasn't available for you last year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, I won number 11 one time in the pros.
There you go.
I did straight up number 11. I like it. I had a really good year that year too. It was dope. Hey, so go ahead, man.
No, I'm just saying that's a dope number. I like that. 11 kind of,
Yeah, I like it too.
Especially now that mean it's supposed to mean you're a baller, right?
Yes, sir.
I like that. Yeah. So tell us about Kimball, man. What should we look forward to? Number one, I'm very happy you are committing before the season. I feel like the less distraction, the better, because it's a lot of high expectations for your team, right? You guys are going down to 4A. A lot of people feel like you was a very, that you was getting that Kimball was getting there in that 5A level. So automatically people assume that, well, if they were ascending 5A team, they're going down to 4A. The expectations go up, right? So how y'all handling that in that locker room, and you being a senior leader? Is there anything that you doing to make sure, what I'm saying, that Kimball kind of lives up to that expectation? A lot of people like me, I'm gonna be honest. I expect you guys practicing on Thanksgiving. I want to come by, see Coach Bam. I want to come by on Thanksgiving morning. I want to see you with your whatever towel that you committed to. You know what I'm saying? It's a willow uniforms, all that. So, what are you doing to make sure that y'all stay focused and that team get there?
Well, I'm making sure that we all show up to practice or summer workouts, and also we're real big on discipline. That's one thing that I say we got to work on. So fixing that, and also just competing when we have practice and then all that.
Yeah, I like that. And you can never get too much discipline, man. Ain't no doubt about that.
Hey, Warren, y'all got that team from Arkansas, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all finna make that trip. You get a chance to watch them play yet?
No, sir, not yet.
You ain't even just like turned on the huddle. Let me see what they about. They got some players at Pine Bluff, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. They got a good team. They had a really good players last year come out that went Power 5. I know they had a receiver that was unbelievable. They like to throw the ball too, one. And plus, y'all gonna have some clean uniforms that game. Ooh. You see them?
Yes, sir. All white. You talking about
the white ones with Dallas on the front?
Yes, sir.
They clean, ain't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, you think you ain't checked about it. I bet your pops will checked about. Bet your pops can tell me about that team out there in Arkansas.
Oh yeah. I done seen what they got. They good. They lost a little bit, but they still got a good amount coming back. Plus, we going up there to play them, so we playing in their hometown. Playing at UAB, in fact. So that'll be exciting. So it's a big event. It's gonna be a full weekend full of football festivities. So it'll be great for the boys moving up there and being able to travel. A lot of the boys ain't been outside of Oak Cliff, so this will be their first time getting to state.
Oh yeah, more definitely.
It's gonna be a playoff atmosphere too, man. That's what's gonna be beautiful about it.
And make no mistake about it, man. Everybody wants to beat Dallas. When y'all go up there with that Dallas on your chest, that's what they looking at.
Yeah,
they want to beat Dallas. People celebrate off of that. So, it ain't a vacation. It's a business trip.
Yeah, y'all repping for the city.
Take the city on your back. We got to see it outside the state, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. I like it, man. Y'all got anything for the homie, man? I wish we could. We're gonna get them back. We're gonna have the whole July 17th. That whole show was just gonna be with Juan and the coaches and Pops, and you might have to bring your brother on too. He the hooper. I know he getting ready. Is he gonna play football this year? He's still hooping.
Baby boy play football.
Yeah.
Ace. Yeah. So you got a twin brother. He played basketball. He played for Kimball for basketball, and they run track together. And he got a baby brother who's gonna be. He's an 8th grade. He's gonna be in 9th grade this year. In fact, he's going to 7-on-7. He's gonna be on the roster for 7-on-7. We go to state for College Station. So he's been playing 7-on-7 with them in the DISD 7-on-7 league and balling out. So we'll be all right, man.
So Pop, you just trying to say you just got them kind of genes, huh?
I said the genes good, coach.
He over here stunning. He been stunning ever since he came on, man. He done told you what it is.
He done told him. All I'm saying, man, you might need to bottle it up and start selling it. That's all
Hey, J-Man, literally bottle it up.
Yeah, literally. Like, hey, you want you a baller? You know what I'm saying?
Is he gonna play varsity, the freshman? Is he gonna be on varsity this year?
Oh, we don't know. I mean, there's no rush for him because I'm big about development. I know Bam and the coaches gonna do a great job of getting that group together. I know they got a very talented 2028 class coming up, so they might keep them together and then move up. I know we just kind of senior heavy with Kimball right now at the varsity level, so they could be safe with keeping him down. They might move him up. Like I said, he got to work, so it don't bother me either way because I know that I trust those coaches to develop my sons as well as all the other kids. So ain't no rush for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let me ask you this though: how is Coach Bam doing over there?
Well, I mean, he's doing a great job. I mean, the culture is automatically changing when you go into the on campus. You can just feel it. He holding those kids responsible. Not even just the football boys, but the whole athletic program. Another thing too that's big for him is he is pushing that discipline because they've lacked that in the past. And he's telling them, like, y'all don't want to be how y'all were. So in order to do that, y'all need to step it up. So that's a big deal. Really pushing those kids to get in that weight room and get their bodies right. He tells them all the time, hey, I can't get you recruited if you look like a sixth grader. Coach Bam gonna keep it real. Them coaches gonna keep it real. I respect that. That's what those kids need over there. The culture is changing all around the way. Us dropping down to 4A. I mean, honestly, we can make a state run in football, track, and basketball, and that's just being real, and probably girls track as well. So Kimball's coming around. Everybody that knows Bam knows what he does. So I think this is his breakout year, and I'm just excited that I get to be a part of it, that my sons get to be a part of it, and that my youngest son is going to benefit from his brothers and those before him building that thing. Because, like I said, we transferred to Kimball, but they show us nothing but love. The whole family, nothing but love, from alumni to the administrators and everybody. So Bam doing a great job, man. Like I said, y'all know how he is. And that endless loss for him was tough because he knew that the whole city was on his back, and he doing what he needed to do to break that barrier. He ain't no one and done, boys. We trying to make a deep run. So
yeah, that's real. That's real.
That is real, and I want y'all at the group. I ain't go. It's not. I don't want y'all one and done boys no more. It's time to get on. It's time to
Right.
move on, man.
Time to graduate.
2 years long enough.
Hey, Warren, how many picks you have against Carter?
Carter had 0.
Yeah, get used to that.
I ain't throw the ball, coach. I ain't throw the ball. How many tackles you have against Carter?
Hey, how many wins you got against Carter?
I only played y'all once, but I'm on 1 against y'all right now.
Oh, so 0 interceptions, 0 interceptions, and 0 wins.
Oh, that's tough.
That's a good day. That's a good day.
Hey, tell your OC to throw the ball, man. And, hey,
If we ain't got to, if y'all can't stop the run, we ain't gonna throw nothing.
No, we gonna stop the run, but y'all got a new quarterback, so we want to see his arm, right?
No, you don't, Coach. Not if the scoreboard doesn't need it. What are you talking about?
All right, we're gonna see. And why y'all ducking us at 7-on-7?
Well, Coach, that's the question. That's the question you got to ask them, Coach. I don't have nothing to do with their schedule.
I mean, we good with the pass, so we'll wait till the pass. There ain't nothing. We good.
Yeah, that's all I care about is what y'all look like when y'all line it up. Don't worry about it. Number 11, listen. Don't worry about it. You already 0 for 0. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I'll put it like this: while y'all win, Willow got to put that KK jersey on.
I'll wear a number 11 jersey, homeboy. You ain't got to worry about me.
Y'all need a quarterback trapping shirt. What size y'all wear? When y'all lose, y'all might get one anyway, though, since y'all showing love.
I'm not gonna wear that shit.
I'll wear it.
Hey, we ripping the Willow wear.
I'm wearing too.
Hey, look, because you bring that quarterback. You know what, Coach? I wear that quarterback trapping because I was doing a lot of quarterback trapping.
What size you wear, Coach?
3X.
We got you.
Okay, bet. Yeah, Coach. I'm a quarterback trapper too. I'm a quarterback trapper too. One.
I appreciate it.
Either 2
you know
or
what I mean?
3.
We got you.
Appreciate
if you was playing with me one, you'd have had how many picks you had?
10.
No, you'd have had 20. Jeez. Hey, Juan. Do you know what your head coach record is against Carter?
No, sir.
Same as yours.
No, man.
Look, we ain't hear about it. This man, we here because we celebrate. Juan is coming on the day.
Listen.
They so far. Coach Carr, you about to make it, man. They about to run the clock up on Carr. You better shut up. You make it
Hey,
bad. You better shut up.
listen. If one them run, listen. First of all, let me be specifically clear when I say this. I am a one fan. I have been a one fan for a very long time. Okay, that's my guy. I want him to do exceptionally well in all of his games but one. My love for one does not supersede my love for Carter. It's not even close. Okay? Now, outside of that game, I want one to do extremely well. He is a great partner to have. I love him. He's a baller. He has a cool family. Now, he's still 0-1 and 0-1, just like his head coach.
Hey,
Those are facts.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this: with both times that Bam's lost twice, right, to Carter?
Well, Bam has never beat Carter in the history of his life as a player or a coach.
Right, but I also heard he ran for like 3 touchdowns whenever he did play out his senior year.
So what that mean?
I'm just saying he told me that too.
They got 70 points put on them. Hell, I can run for 3 touchdowns against the freshman. Hell, everybody played that day.
So my question is, was he wearing willow wear both times he coached and lost?
His best game outing against Carter was when he had on Willow.
No. Has he lost both games wearing willow wear? Yes or no?
He's only lost one.
He's only lost one.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just checking. So we don't need to wear willow wear that game, or what is it? Because you might have jinxed us, Coach.
Well, let me say this, Coach. Let me say this. When y'all started wearing willow, for the first time this year, y'all actually had a home field advantage. A home game in the playoffs.
I like the jersey. It was out dope.
And we all our teams are winners, Coach. We change organizations, we change people projections of where they're gonna be in life. Before that, y'all was getting blew out 99-0 in the first round of the playoffs. Now we get great players like Juan on board. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing that winning attitude. We got great coaches on board, and then the brand is on board. And then now you got the cliff on your back. You got people coming back representing the K. They supporting it. Then you go into the playoffs. You lose that game to Ennis, which, great game. But you had a home playoff game. Now you drop it down to 4A. There's nothing but good in Kimball's future, except for when they play Carter. So, with that being said, that's just me being honest. All right, Juan, I love you, Juan. You're my guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want you to do good against everybody but Carter. Ain't no wrong with that.
So one pick is good enough, just one?
Shit, he can have 5 picks as long as he lose. then he could be like Bam. Bam.
Well, Willow hell, man.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy on the man. That's my dog.
Hey, man, but hey, I definitely want one of them trapping shirts. I represent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah,
I got some Kimball shorts anyway, so it go right with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be ready. But hey, man, once again, man, July 17th, the Ed Reed of high school football will be committing live on the Dub. And we looking forward to it, man. It's the first time, man, and I ain't gonna lie, this is, I kind of got teary-eyed. Juan, you did it to me, man. I ain't even an emotional guy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, okay. You know what I'm saying, man? I love it, though. I love it, man. And, man, I just want to see you keep balling out, man. And I can't wait to see it because I don't want to go too far in. I'm waiting to the official interview afterwards, but it's one school I see out there, man, that I ain't gonna lie. I ain't, you telling me I could be on the island.
hey, until mom and dad them got to travel every weekend.
That's what we got phones for.
They probably gave one a private jet to travel his family every day.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. No, that was when I saw that, and that's real, man. Cause that's a nice trip.
Yeah.
You be able to chill. Now you have to be mature, of course. Cause
The thing is, Coach, the crazy part is the DC over there, and this is kind of like I don't know if it's a pitch or whatever. The DC over there, Coach Thurman, he's coached Ed Reed with the Baltimore. He coached who else?
Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu at USC and Reeves Island with the Jets. So
Oh wow.
So he known for developing ball hawks and being around it. So that's a big deal for. I mean, I told him, and once he found out, he was like, "Oh damn," you know what I'm saying? So that's a good pitch. It is a long ways away, but man, it is what it is. Like I said, for me, I don't have a preference. I just want him in the good hands. Let him do his thing, develop, get on that field, get that degree. So I ain't even tripping, man. As long as they take care of my boy, we good. So it's all
he
on
gonna
him.
be good. He gonna be good.
Yeah.
Everywhere he go. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Everywhere you go.
There he is. And he got the number 11. I just noticed that. And he got that number 11 jersey on. So there he is, man. Got his mask, got his ninja mask on, because he out here just thieving. He out here. It's a stick up. It's a robbery when you try to
It's a robbery, Coach. It's a robbery, Coach.
No, you try to throw the ball. It's a robbery. I'll tell you, it's a robbery.
It's a
Try it
robbery.
if you want to.
He out there strong on the people. He was out there strong on people until he went to go play Carter.
What you gonna see this year?
Yeah. All I can say is, if you get that pick, make sure you look over, find Willow, and then give him
Hey, here's the beauty of that. Even if they win, I win. So listen, we just want a great game, man. Listen, hey, so y'all saw how big the game was last year, right? Now we're about to put it right here in the middle, and this very well could be for the district championship.
It should be, Coach. It should be.
You know what I'm saying? So that game brings a different element now. You know what I mean? And it's no longer just okay, we get this trophy. Nah, it's getting that 1 and 2 seed is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the success that you want to be able to have moving down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coming in at 3 and 4, you kind of asking for it.
Well, the district, they got to play against the first round. You definitely top 2. If you really want to be one, I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You want to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it, now 11. We got a group of people we putting together to do this Throw Willow commercial with.
Mm-hmm.
You down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Just want to know.
Hey man, you talking to his agent right next to him?
Pops already gave me. Look, Pops already gave me the okay, man.
He good. He good.
Yeah, Pops like, free publicity is great publicity. We all for it. And we gonna get the deal too. Shit, we with it.
Hey man, once again, man, appreciate you, man. It's an honor, man. Like I said, I think it's dope, and not just because someone want to announce a commitment, on the dub. I believe it means more because it's coming from Kimball, it's coming from Oak Cliff, and to me, what makes it right to be the first one to do it than from right there from home? You know what I'm saying? That's where we all from. We didn't go to Kimball, but Oak Cliff is home for a lot of folks. So we love it, man, and I appreciate it. And hey, let's do it, man. Now, don't be committing and then decommit the next week and make us look bad. So at least hold on to it.
At least this month.
Yeah, but if you decommit, do come on and let us know that you finna decommit, and then we have a decommit show. You know what I mean?
Cause look, I love the 8 schools you got, and I hear Pops say he long. I hear all that, but when them Blue Buds come calling. After you all got about, 7 interceptions in the first few games, you know what I'm saying? And they realize they have made a mistake. Oops, we sorry.
But you know what's crazy about that though, J Mac, is they'll let him go to college and do that to him the following year when he's freshman of the year in the conference.
But that's what it's gonna cost. That's what Daddy, what Pop's agent over there was like. No, I ain't trying to hear that.
That's why he want to go to these 8. He like, yeah, son, we gonna play here, okay? We gonna get this bag right here. This is how we gonna do it.
Yeah, it's gonna cost tax. It's gonna cost. We had tax to that one because you had a chance.
But think about it like this though, man. If you look at it in all honesty, right? Let's just take the money off the table, because they strike me as a father-son duo that's looking at the bigger picture, right? Like, what does the bigger picture look like? And if you truly about being developed, why not go to the place where there's a guy that has developed 2 Hall of Famers? You know what I'm saying? And have an ability to learn and grow from him. You know what I mean? There's no amount of money you can pay for that.
Yeah. And to be honest, man, if I'm a coach on another squad and I see a coach that have developed 2 Hall of Famers, DBs, and he has interest in this one in the Ed Reed of high school football, I'm wondering why the hell my staff don't have that same.
Well, you know what that is, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, let's take just one journey for an example. One was at Bishop Dunn. A lot of people didn't know one, right? Like, he said he had to transfer for his recruitment. Then he goes to Kimball. Now, Bam does an unbelievable job recruiting, getting his kids recruited, but he's still at Kimball. You know what I mean? And he's still 1 year removed from Bishop Dunn. The problem is as a junior, those blue buds already know who they want. Okay. By the time your senior year coming around, they're working on their juniors. So they've already, you know what I mean? So for him and his slowment of his development, what's going to help him this year is if he go out there and set the world on fire. But then at that point, you become a guy who's just going to take a guy because I have to get that guy. You know what I mean? He still may not be my guy.
They don't look like they type that just going, you know.
Yeah.
They have to mean something. They have to mean something.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, we ain't on it. Like
yeah, but, you know, and that's the thing. And Pop got on the Chicago White Sox hat. He don't have no Mavericks hat on, no Cowboys hat.
No Rangers.
Nothing.
Hey, but what my teams though? What my teams?
All Dallas teams.
All that. I root for the Dallas Sidekicks. It don't even matter. It's all Dallas.
See, I'm like that too, Coach. When they had Tattoo. Yeah.
They played at Reunion Arena, Coach.
Yes, they did. Listen, I'm talking about Mark Aguirre, Roy Topley, Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper. Like that was my team.
But you saying that? I'm talking about like Sean Bradley, Tony Dumas, Michael Finley, like Nick Van.
Yeah, that's after though, Coach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm saying them 85, 84.
Oh,
Mavericks.
Coach. We remember them ugly green uniforms. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about when Mark Aguirre was hooping with the Mavericks before he went to the Pistons.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Reunion Arena, when we used to go to them games, man, listen, man. Yeah, I'm a Dallas fan too, Coach. I love all my Dallas teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So once again, July 17th, it's going down, man. I'm excited, man. And I definitely want to be wearing one of them trapping shirts. But it's going to be all about one on that day, man. We got to have it. It's a celebration, right? It's an Ed Reed celebration.
Yeah, I want to see that. Hey, pull the trapping shirt back up, Coach. Where can people go get that trapping shirt?
Man, all they gotta do is hit your DM, hit his DM up, follow him on IG, follow him on Twitter, hop in that DM, tell him your side. You got his cash app, you send him that money. Go straight to him, Coach.
Yeah, that's dope. Matter of fact, send me your cash out. I'll pay for mine.
Yeah.
Just to support you.
No doubt.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about Bang Media real quick. Throw that out there, man. You doing your thing, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I like to be behind the scenes, let them get out the shine. But you know what I'm saying? I travel a lot. I move around a lot, obviously, with them. So I just started filming, put my stuff on YouTube. So like I said, y'all see me all the time, man. I'm out there at different games. I love sports. I love all sports. So you can catch me at a track meet, regional track meet. You can catch me at an AAU game. I've seen so many football games last year. I mean, I went from Molina, Newman Smith, all the way to what was that? I mean, so many places, East Texas to Longview. So I love watching sports. I love putting it out there. My main thing is kind of like y'all is just giving those kids that exposure. A lot of them kids don't get that exposure, so it's good for them to be able to get that. I know it can help them out, and also it brings excitement to the game of football. And like I said, I've been a coach. I'm an educator, so I know how important it is for a lot of these kids, man. They're not going to go to school if they don't have sports. They're not going to get through the grades. They're not going to do their assignments if they don't have sports. So if you got to use that carrot to get those kids to be successful, then it is what it is, man. And I think once a lot of administrators and the ISDs understand that if you really lead with sports and use that as an incentive, you can get a lot more community involvement, like soccer. Soccer is a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them kids probably would be gone by the wayside. Same at Kimball, same at Carter. There's a lot of schools like that, but they have those sports that hold those kids accountable. And he got a whole bunch of teammates that are like that too. Like I said, man, all about benefiting kids and getting them to the next level. That's an important thing to me. So that's my way of giving back to the community because I don't charge the kids none of that stuff. So
yeah, that's dope, man. Definitely, that's another one, man. So, hey, man, if you see Bang Media out there, hey, look them up on YouTube, IG, all that good stuff. Follow. I know my guy, he appreciate it, man. I love his work. I follow him too. Somebody asked, how much are the t-shirts before we get out of here?
The t-shirts go for $10. Not that much.
Okay. $10, man. Shoot. I gotta hurry up before you figure it out. Figure out inflation.
Right. Hey, listen, I really feel like we need to go ahead and put y'all under our umbrella over here.
Yeah.
And
Coach Will, like I said, when the season start, man, I know we're gonna sell out, so we're gonna have to go ahead and collab and make it a Willow word.
Yeah, I think we need to go to make that happen, man. Sooner than later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And once again, man, July 17th, Juan Aguilera, the Ed Reed of high school football. I just want to know, man, after this year, man, if you had this legendary year like we think, you going to go down, have you had them thoughts of going down as one of the best DBs in Kimball history?
Oh, yes,
or you going to be in that conversation?
For sure. I'm going to just redo what I did this year. Actually, I'm going to do better than I did this year. And then, just let my game show y'all what I'm really about.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and one thing real quick on the cool, don't even worry about trying to get better this year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna say this, and don't take it the wrong way. Do what you got to do to make yourself the best football player you could be.
Yes, sir.
But let the game come to you. When people try to go in, so I'm gonna make this year better than last year, you're gonna find yourself pressing, and you're gonna get mad, and you're gonna get angry, and you're gonna get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have no expectations. If that makes any sense, I know it sounds crazy, but don't have any expectations. Just make sure that you're doing everything you can to take care of what you can control. Because you don't know, you know what I'm saying, how the game's going to go. Now that you are that guy, you don't know how they're going to play you, how they're going to keep you away from the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like how they're going to try and decoy you, you know what I mean? Pull you away from the ball. And you're going to get, antsy and want to go jump it, and then they hit you with a wheel route on that backside, and you're supposed to be on top of it, and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, don't worry about trying to outdo last year. Let your game come to you. It's going to come. It's going to come. You just got to make sure that you are in position every time that is your opportunity to do for your opportunity to take care of your job. So you could dominate your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And even with that, y'all realize, he was second on the team in tackle, so it ain't just like he just picked the ball off. If you watch his game film, he's like I said, he's very diverse. He can play nickel, he can play corner. Watch his huddle. Just watch his huddle.
Yeah, I did, Coach, and I know he could tackle because he did a lot of it against Carter. He didn't have no picks.
See what I'm saying, boy? We ain't gonna never get. I promise. July 17th, Carter would not be mentioned. I'll take that out back because if Bam on the show and Will on the show, yeah, it's gonna be mentioned. But it's about you, man. It's about you. Hey, I appreciate it, man. So we'll see you there, man. Y'all, hey, hit one up. He got his Twitter and he got his IG right there, man. To grab one of them trapping shirts. Pull it up one more time, Pops.
Hey, y'all better grab it now before the price go up.
Before he hit Willow. Better grab it now before he hit Willow. There you go.
$10. Better get it now, front and back. Better grab it now.
Yeah. QB trapping, man. Grab you one of them, man. Help set it out, man. Set it out, cause when Willow get it, tell you, it ain't for the low no more. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it's gonna be fly as shit though.
Hey man, thanks once again, man, for y'all coming out, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Happy Father's Day to you too, Pops.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day for sure.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all.
All right.
Man. Hey, we out, Willow.
We out. Thank you. Appreciate you, B. Have a good one, man.
Watch this.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook. Hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
These guys are go easy, off the easy, but easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making flicks so easy. Try to